Boys, I genuinely cannot believe it. The day is finally here. Episode 100 of the show. And as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, it's time for us to finally do this. We've waited meticulously up until now. We're going to reveal our top 30 players in NBA history.
Let's go, man. I'm so ready for this.
We had some good
So
debates
ready.
last week talking about
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo. I feel like it's only going to go up from
I'm
here.
telling you right now, I have some crazy takes on my top 30, so stay tuned. I'm ready to blow you guys out the water with my takes. So
I think mine is probably the most
controversial,
realistic one.
realistic.
Then.
What did you copy and
Um,
paste from Bleacher Report? Is that what you did?
No, but I think just how I view my top 30, it's a little more
Pretty
realistic.
standard?
I mean, there's some in there that are mixed up,
Okay.
but it's a little like I feel like when you get to the top 10, it's kind of
You're gonna see as soon as I get to
Your
top
personal
15 on mine, you'll
preference.
be like, Gio, what is happening? But I'll explain it. Okay. I'll explain why my players are where they are, and it'll be okay.
well, yeah, but it's your opinion. Like I could put Carmelo as number 1, and they think I'm insane.
I hope he's not in the top 30 on his list.
I really hope not either.
I don't think he is.
He better not be. That's all I'll have to
I
say.
don't think he is.
Okay.
But
I wanted to be as non-biased as possible because
I had to put some bias into it. I'm sorry.
I mean,
It is what it is. It's
Yeah,
my
yeah, it's your
list.
opinion.
exactly.
Yeah.
Each list is their own, and you just have to deal with whatever we put out.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think the lists are going to turn out good. I'm just excited for the debates, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's going to be some placements that are just wacky and consistent. And, someone's going to have someone 20th, someone's going to put them in like 10th.
Yeah.
And that could be some good disparity. And, we've actually had this 100th episode planned for so long now. And now that it's finally here, I just still can't believe we're sitting here with over 10,000 subscribers and 100 podcast episodes. Like, that's just crazy to me. I can't even fathom it. And we're in a new space.
What is that? Wait, can I do math? Is it like 10 subscribers every episode?
Something
Oh,
like that. I don't
I'm
even-
not good at math.
Yeah.
No, it's
no.
100 every episode.
Okay. There
Something
we go.
like that, even though we get like 98% of our subscribers from our short form content,
Yes.
which you guys definitely should go check out, which is on our channel. We got a bunch of content just free flowing out the water for you guys. And, at the end of the day, we're just really excited for what's to come in the future. Obviously, we had mentioned when we first moved in here that this is only a temporary setup for the next few months. So we do have a permanent studio in the works eventually.
I
and-
already know when.
Nice.
Oh, perfect.
I didn't know that.
Summer 2026.
All right, perfect. So we'll be here throughout the playoffs, and we should have some good times with some watch-alongs and other streams. We'll be streaming the draft lottery, and it will be a ton of fun.
Yes,
So
it will.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, I would hope maybe before free agency, but don't quote me on that.
That's fair. So like June, July. So
Yeah.
if we're going off the months, June, July equates to
6, 7.
6,
I wasn't slow on that
you
one.
were
I'm
good.
locked into
I
that.
also heard someone's stomach growl.
Yeah,
while
that
you were
was me.
doing
I hope
that.
they didn't hear that.
Oh, I definitely
I just
heard
had
it.
some Italian eats, and it was really
Yeah, I definitely heard it, which means it's going to go through everyone's ears.
Dang.
And it's going to be good.
Well,
But
yeah.
it is what it is. But obviously, if you guys English, if you guys enjoyed today's episode, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, get us to 11,000 subscribers by the beginning of May, I think was what we had set in stone. So
Yeah,
you have
we're
a little
getting there.
You have a little over a month to get us there. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars, leave a review, answer the polls. In fact, our last episode is our highest played Spotify episode.
Yeah.
So not so
Nice.
bad. So we appreciate you guys for for liking everything. We know I feel like the Bam bias was definitely there with the debate.
Mm-hmm.
So go check us out on Spotify, drop a comment, answer the polls, and maybe you'll be featured on G of the Week. And follow our socials down in the description below. Personal ones are on the screen right here. See my guy Giovanni. Get him to 1 million Instagram followers. Also go follow the Twitch, go join the Discord server, and go check out the House of Highlights video I was in if you guys haven't already.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun. What sucks is that the one that they just did was with Boban. Could you imagine if I was in
No.
that one? That would have been cool.
That would have been perfect.
But
Well,
you
he
know.
was there in person.
Yeah, they did one. I don't remember where they did it, but they just released one yesterday
Oh,
with 11 NBA people and Boban Marjanovic.
That's
So
fun.
that
That's
would have been
fun.
a rare occasion where I looked like a midget.
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is, boys. Obviously, we have a lot to get into before we'll do our first 45 minutes to an hour of random stuff. So, are we ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Into the first segment we go. Boys, it's only storybook that in the 100th episode, we get our favorite topic of conversation that happened in the NBA, expansion. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel, if you go to our videos tab and go to our most popular, our most highest performing video is about NBA expansion. And we talked about how 2 NBA teams will change the NBA, talking about potentially the return of the Seattle Supersonics and a team in Vegas, maybe a team in Nashville, and
Please.
so many things based around that. And on Monday, March 16th, we get just a random Monday morning, just breaking news report from Shams Charania, which is on the screen right now, saying just in, the NBA will hold a vote at the Board of Governors meetings March 24th and 25th to explore adding expansion teams exclusively in Las Vegas and Seattle, with the 2 franchises targeted for the 2028-2029 season. There is momentum for stakeholders to approve surveying what industry executives will project. Oh my God, English is
It's a very weird ending. I've read it
is.
too.
Yeah.
You want me to read it?
surveying what industry executives project will be bids in the $7 to $10 billion range for each team.
There
I'm
you
so
go.
sorry about that.
Wait, who
ladies and
tweeted
gentlemen.
this?
Shams.
Come on,
Shams.
Shams.
Yeah, the last sentence, no sense. That English, I don't know
I mean, it
what he
makes
was
sense,
trying to
but
type
it's
out.
like,
I feel like there's like a comma missing somewhere.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
It literally just said the industry projects the bids will be in $7 to $10 billion range.
yeah,
Exactly.
you did it better than me.
That's it.
Yeah, I apologize for that. It's totally my fault.
Nah, totally
But,
Shams. Not
yeah, we'll blame Shams for
Yeah.
it. But as per usual, he went on to quote tweet his tweet, saying the first vote will allow the league to explore purchase processes for Las Vegas and Seattle. There will be then a potential final vote later in the year to finalize transactions to 32 teams instead of 30, obviously. If bids reach the necessary threshold in both voting rounds, 23 of 30 governors must vote in favor. So it's kind of just like, for those of you that grew up taking civics class, you need, I think, like 2/3 or 3/4 of the state's ratification to get an amendment. So this is kind of like the same thing. You need a heavy majority to allow any of these major rule changes in the NBA to come about. Obviously, this will be the first NBA expansion in 22 years. When the Charlotte Bobcats came into the association back in the 2004 season, right after Mr. LeBron James came into the NBA. And the NBA also will finalize their European League that they've been talking about at the end of this month on March 31st. So pretty interesting stuff to kind of go about there. Now, I have other stuff regarding the NBA expansion talks about like which team's going to move over and stuff like that. Do you want me to get into that first, or do you want initial reactions to
No.
the first report?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you can follow.
All right, let's
up.
just
Yeah.
keep going. So we have a tweet from Legion Hoops that says the OKC Thunder are expected to cede all Seattle era history back to the Supersonics if NBA expansion is approved,
Whoa.
Okay.
which means that Kevin Durant will then play for an extra franchise, which means Russell Westbrook was drafted to a team that didn't exist and then played for the Thunder.
This is mind.
I think that makes the most sense
I think it
to
does.
do that.
Well, it sucks if you're, I guess the Thunder, now that they have a championship, feel like they have this era wrapped up in themselves. So now Seattle can regain their franchise that already has a championship.
When did they win?
I think in 89.
Okay.
It was either 89 or 88.
79.
Or was it
I
70?
don't think they won in 80s.
Oh, because, yeah, that was Detroit. So it was
Yeah.
back in the 79-80 season.
Yeah.
So that was when they won their first championship.
Yeah.
And, it's been so long since we've even
79.
seen, 79-80.
Nice.
I said the wrong decade. But yeah, I feel it's really good for the Seattle fans because they're super passionate about their sports. I mean, they just won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks. So
The Mariners made it almost to the World
they
Series.
made it to the
Wow.
ALCS.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a good team. The Seattle Sounders just played in the FIFA Club World Cup. Seattle is back.
And the Kraken came about 2-3 years ago.
Exactly. So we're kind of seeing this. And then on the Vegas end of things, you've seen how successful the Golden Knights have been.
Yep.
The Raiders moved there. The Athletics are moving there in 2028. So Vegas is going to get the Athletics and whatever this new team will be in back-to-back years, it looks like, which is pretty big news for these cities. And then we also have a tweet from Legion Hoops talking about the Washington governor, Bob Ferguson, says he is all in on bringing the Supersonics back home. So I feel like I love when political figures get involved from like the passion end of things.
Yeah.
Whereas, like you saw during the playoffs, I believe in 2024, when Tim Walter would just tweet Nas Reed and it would just get a crap ton of likes. And
That's funny.
you want your political figures to be all into these teams and kind of promote it because it's all
Yeah.
about the city, it's about the state, and it really brings people together.
Look, I'll tell you this from a political standpoint, having a good sports team means big time money. So of
Absolutely.
course they
Exactly.
want a team, you know, or another
Exactly.
basketball team there. Of course.
Exactly. And then we also have a tweet from the NBA Central. Here's where logistics kind of come back into the picture here, saying that the Timberwolves or Grizzlies are expected to move to the Eastern Conference if the NBA approves the expansion teams in both Vegas and Seattle.
Yes.
Obviously, they're both on the West Coast, so you really can't move them over.
Yeah.
So you have to go with one of them. And then there's a tweet from NBA Base saying the Timberwolves are currently the most logical candidate to move to the Eastern Conference due to the travel and geographic isolation.
Huh.
Because the Timberwolves, I'll show you a map in a little bit. They're closer to the Milwaukee Bucks than they are to any of their Western Conference opponents.
So Memphis is pretty close to like Chicago and
And the
like
southern teams.
Yeah.
How about New Orleans?
New Orleans could move as well. Those are the three teams that
Okay.
have been in talks. But Minnesota makes by far the most sense.
They
Fair.
make the most sense to be added to the Central Division.
Exactly.
All the Central teams are within that area of
True.
Indiana, below Minnesota. It's very short travel.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we have one more tweet from Legion Hoops talking about the expansion draft, which will be the greatest and most
Oh,
hilarious night on
We
Twitter
are gonna live stream this
ever. Saying, so
gonna
here,
live
here's
stream
the current rules as of right now. So the expansion teams will get to steal
Oh, wow.
unprotected players from every team, but teams can only protect 8 of their players. And of those 8 players, they cannot be a restricted free agent and they cannot be on an expiring deal
Okay, hold on.
That
Teams
sounds
can't
fun.
protect players.
that are on an expiring
So
deal.
they need to resign their guys
They
before
have-
this happens.
Correct. And,
Oof.
and obviously, if you're on a rookie deal, you're locked up unless you're on your restricted free agency year.
Right.
Only one player gets taken per team. Contracts transfer as they are, and the expansion teams get good NBA draft chances at the number 1 pick,
Yeah.
Okay.
like they usually do. And this could be a good thing for these expansion teams because we saw back, I believe, in '94 when the Raptors came about, they took BJ Armstrong with the number 1 pick. He didn't obviously want to play there, so they flipped him for more assets. So that's essentially what teams can do. I know, I believe Charlotte did that with someone. I don't remember who it was, but I guess that's, I think it's besides the point. I don't remember.
Alonzo? No.
No, it definitely wasn't.
Okay.
But, you know, that's essentially, I just ripped my headphones out. My fault, guys. But that's kind of essentially the main gist of the NBA expansion. I'll get into the conference realignment in a little bit. Let's go to you guys. Let's get your thoughts and opinions
Yeah.
on everything. Gio, this is the first time you're hearing about this for
Yeah.
some reason because
Yeah,
you live
yeah.
under a damn
I
rock.
pretty much live under a rock. I think you guys know that already. But
yeah.
like my first reaction to this, I know you have something to say. Give me 1 second because what I want to say is Nashville. I need a team in Nashville. Even though I've never been there, everyone that goes there say they love the city so much. It's just missing a basketball team. So if they somehow, maybe if the Grizzlies, I know Memphis probably wants their team, but if the Grizzlies move to Nashville, that would be amazing. Or if they just get their own separate team, I just feel like Nashville needs to have their own team. That's it.
Gio, it's funny that you mentioned that.
Okay.
Because let's see, because your boy tweeted out this a couple
No
days
way.
ago, saying the scenario no one's talking about is that if the Grizzlies really want to move to the East,
Oh, wow.
they could relocate to Nashville in an effort to entice Adam Silver to move them
Oh,
over.
wow. I like that. You tweeted that? Dude,
It's
if
me.
I was on Twitter,
Wait,
I would have
okay.
liked that like 10,000 times.
Absolutely,
But
bro.
it's
Is
okay.
Nashville closer to the east, right?
Memphis is on the west.
Geographically?
Memphis is as far west in Tennessee as you can go.
you
Nashville's
go.
right in the middle, kind of like middle east of the state.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously they
Yeah.
they have as much as you can have there. They have the Nashville Predators. They have the Tennessee
have everything.
Titans.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can see why it does make sense.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
continue with well, let's go to you, Antoine.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this whole expansion stuff?
Listen, I love this. I live for this. Besides the NBA drafting free agency, which is my prime time, I love expansion draft because I remember the last time we saw one was when the Kraken had theirs on ESPN. And I didn't know much about hockey, but it was still fun to see them just take players from teams.
That's
We're probably going to
insane.
see it from WNBA too coming up soon, right? Because the tempo
Well,
and the fire.
they've been having expansion drafts every year when teams come
Yeah.
in. Same thing with the MLS.
Yeah.
Because they've been expanding from like 12 teams up to 30 over the past decade and a half.
Yeah, I mean, but I love this. I mean, a lot sooner coming than expected. 2-3 years is right around the corner for these teams to come in, obviously.
Yeah.
So of course we're gonna get the team names, we're gonna get the logos and everything to react to. Wondering who the owners are gonna be, the coaches and general managers. Could we see big names move from teams to go coach LA, like big like time coaches we already know or coming out of retirement?
Yeah.
Obviously the players we all know that's gonna be a given. But listen, it's great. I think this brings a lot of fans back into it. I think because of addition. It's not addition by subtraction, but when you're adding things that are new, and when I say new, like brand new expansion teams, not just like changing up All-Star Weekend, not just adding the NBA Cup, like new, like
right.
things that get us to talk about. And this is
Brand
new.
new.
And the only like thing that makes the NBA more fun is when you have players moving to different teams, and
Yeah.
in a way like this, which is completely out of the ordinary, where we don't see much,
Steal.
even more.
Yeah. You know how
So-
negativity always gets into the news?
Yeah.
Stealing, thieves, robbers, stealing. This is going to be big news.
Well, they're already
bro.
trying to a lot of critics are trying to downplay expansion because when you saw the Brooklyn Nets put up 24 points in the first half, they're like, oh, expansion teams are just going to create more bad teams in the NBA.
Well, I mean, but
And while that could be true, I mean, look, the Golden Knights went to the Stanley Cup final
in
their
the
first year.
season-
Atlanta United won the MLS Cup their second year of existence.
So
So-
the only thing, all they have to do to tweak that is teams can protect the top 7 of their players.
You don't need to. I think the way it is fine.
NBA
All right,
teams.
so let me ask you this:
okay.
Who's the deepest team in the NBA?
The Thunder.
So who would you say are the Thunder's 8 untouchable players?
So untouchable. Let me go to their payroll because if there's expiring contracts, they obviously can't be protected.
I can tell
Right.
you. I can tell you right now the 8 they're gonna keep.
Go, let me hear it.
Well, let's look at the roster.
So right now
Okay.
you're looking at obviously SGA,
Yeah.
Hartenstein,
Yeah.
Dort, Caruso, Chet, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, and then you really can go with
Isaiah Joe.
Well, no, I'm gonna tell
whatever.
you who they're gonna keep. Can you
But-
move it over so I see the full
Caruso's
name?
probably gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm OKC right now, the 8 that I'm keeping,
Yeah.
SGA,
Uh-huh.
Caruso, Holmgren,
Oh, okay.
3, J-Dub, 4, Topic, Sorber, McCain, AJ Mitchell. That's
Wait.
your 8.
So then who's like the next pick? Like who would another team take from that?
So if we're taking, so we're keeping McCain, Sorber, Topic, Wallace. That's 4. J-Dub 5,
yeah.
Holmgren 6, 7 SGA, 8 Caruso, right?
Yeah,
Right.
those are
So
the
then
eight
you
there.
have
Isaiah
then you have
Joe.
Hartenstein, Dort, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, and Jay Will all available.
and you're more
Those
than
are not bad players.
and
Those
you're
are
also
solid
and you're
players.
also more than likely going to keep most of them because if they're on a bad contract, they're not going to take them.
Right.
So it's got to
That's-
be
yeah.
someone young but not getting the opportunity.
Yeah.
So like if Ousmane Dieng was still on the roster, that could have been an easy name to
Right.
go. But
Yeah.
obviously, you know, the most teams' starting lineups are going to be held together, and like Antoine said, that choice for that expansion team could be down between guys like I don't know, like Isaiah Joe, Sorber,
Yep.
any of these guys. They're only taking one.
Also, don't forget
Yeah, you can only take
the
one.
Thunder
Yeah.
have still mad picks coming up in 2-3. That's gonna be harder for them in the future. It's
Mhm.
only to sign an 8 because some guys may have to go that they drafted next year, the year after, and this year coming up.
Well, yeah,
Right.
it depends on how contracts work. Because by the time 28,
you know.
29 gets around,
Yeah.
you know, you'll see that someone like
Yeah.
SGA is locked up till 2031. You'll
Right.
see Caruso expires that year.
Like if we're talking about the Knicks, they only really have 8 players, so they're not losing anybody. But
Precious
teams like
Achiuwa.
that,
No.
He's on the Kings.
He's on the Kings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Why am I
He's been balling, by the
He
way.
has.
He's
Yeah,
been so
I
good.
am upset that we let him go because the
He was-
fact that he's doing so.
he wasn't
going
gonna
to
be that good.
Sacktown,
However,
but it's whatever.
critics and stuff aside, do you want to talk about conference realignment?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I made this graphic. We'll put it on the screen right now.
Nice.
This is all 30 NBA team or all 32 potential NBA teams of where they're located. So as you can see, Gio, the Minnesota Timberwolves are literally right here
Uh-huh.
in comparison to everybody else. So even though Memphis and New Orleans are further east,
Right.
they're a lot closer to these Western Conference teams. And
Okay.
there's obviously reports of conference realignment in totality with 32 teams coming in rather than 30. So instead of having 3 divisions of 5 teams, it would expand to 4 divisions of 4 teams,
Mhm.
making the traveling a lot easier, making matchups a lot more fun and enjoyable.
Like
So
the NFL.
like kind of like the NFL, yeah,
Yeah, the
essentially.
NFL has 32, 4 and 4 in each.
Exactly. So how did I do this? Here on the screen is exactly how I lined them all up.
Okay.
And I'll kind of go through them one by one. So you want me to start with the East or the West?
Let's do these first.
All right, we'll start with the East. So I think we'll start we'll start down in the South. I think that's kind of the best place to start because we all know the Hornets, Hawks, Magic, and Heat are all kind of right there. So they would obviously all stay in the division. We'll just call it the Southeast as a placeholder. I just kind of kept the same names and just added one. So obviously if Memphis or New Orleans moved over, they would go into that division and Charlotte would get booted out. But based on the demonstration at hand, we're of the mindset that Minnesota moves over to the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
So just to reiterate again for the audio listeners, the Southeast Division, Heat, Magic, Hawks, Hornets.
That's it.
Yeah.
Then we get into this new division called the Midwest. I know there's kind of two more coastal-ish teams,
Yeah.
but we have the Philadelphia 76ers, the Washington Wizards, and then both the Cavs and the Pacers will move into that division as well, creating that little quadrant of those four teams kind of around West Virginia.
Yep.
Then we get into our division. This is kind of our area being from the metropolitan area. We have the Nets, Knicks, Celtics, and Raptors will all stay in the same division. We'll just call it the Atlantic. So basically, we're just losing Philly. And you could also obviously bring Philly into this division and move over Toronto or
Yeah. Of
somewhere
course.
else.
I think
Yeah.
that would be.
But I think this is a lot easier.
yeah, okay.
And then that just leaves the Central Division, which you keep the Bulls, Bucks, and Pistons, and then you're replacing the Pacers and Cavs with the Minnesota Timberwolves. And I
Yeah.
think that just makes sense. Instead of Minnesota having to travel to Utah, Denver, OKC, and Memphis, or not even Memphis, they have to travel to Portland, Utah, Denver, and OKC.
And all the California teams.
You get to travel to Milwaukee, Chicago, and Detroit 4 times a year,
Yeah.
or twice a year for those specific matchups.
Yeah.
So I think as far as the Eastern Conference goes, I think this makes the most sense. How do we feel?
I like that.
it.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's logical. I mean, Toronto can flip flop in between Atlantic and Central, probably, or Midwest. It depends, obviously.
I think definitely they would go in the Central, but then you're probably bringing Philly into the Atlantic.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
you're probably moving Chicago,
Midwest.
and you're kind of having like these
Yeah.
3 teams, and then Washington's kind of left
Exactly.
out, or Philly is.
Washington. Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah, I think this is kind of the
It's
best.
tough.
I went
because
through all options.
You also have the Grizzlies on the other side where Utah is. That's a far drive. That's a far plane ride.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
little tough.
That's where it's tough. But
Um,
based on the reports, there's like a very high likelihood it's Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we get into the Western Conference. So obviously we'll start kind of right in the middle of the country. This is the most spread out division of them all. There really was no good way to do this. So we have the Southwest, which basically just keeps the same 4 teams, Spurs, Mavs, Rockets, and Pelicans, and you're just losing the Memphis Grizzlies. Then we have this new division called the Mountain Division, which because they have Denver and Utah, and then you're adding OKC and Memphis. So unfortunately, sorry, Nuggets and Thunder fans, you guys must stay with each other for the time being. Nothing we can do about it. And then we have the Pacific Division down here, which is a little bit different. So we still have the Los Angeles teams and Phoenix, but instead of Golden State and Sacramento, you're getting the new Vegas team. So the
Yep.
new Vegas team, I could already picture opening night, them versus the Lakers on their home court. And then in the Northwest, Golden State, Sacramento, Portland, and the return of the Seattle Supersonics.
I like
Yeah.
that.
So I think the West was a lot easier to do
Exactly.
than
Yeah.
the East, because the East, all the states are so small, everything's
Yeah.
so
Compact.
conglomerated together. There really wasn't a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So-
think we need a team in. I think we need a team in Montana to even things out. What do you say?
Could you
Not even
imagine?
that. I mean, you could throw Nebraska and Iowa there, and the North and South Dakota.
Hell
no
no.
one's going to those
Um,
games.
No
so
one is.
they're
Those
college
are,
heads
those are all
over there.
college towns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same thing
they
with like
are.
that's why there's no team in Louisville,
Yeah.
because it's
Yep.
all college dominated. So yeah, that's obviously the expansion talk. Let us know down in the comments. Where do you think the next expansion team could go? Because obviously we know it's favored to be in Seattle and Vegas, but other cities will get to have a bid. So I'm sure we'll see Nashville. We'll probably see Kansas City and Pittsburgh and Baltimore and so many others from there. So let us know.
Mhm.
And boys, do we have anything else to say before we get into the team spotlight?
Let's
Well,
go.
Let's rock.
Into the next segment we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tyler's Team Spotlight. So for those of you that are new around here, the Spotlight segment is when I pick a player or a team that's playing really, really good or really, really bad. And, we just got to talk about it. And sometimes the media just doesn't do that enough. But, obviously this season we've kind of been talking about more mainstream things. And that almost kind of happened because I've been seeing what the Los Angeles Lakers have been doing and what Luka Doncic has been doing. He just dropped 60 in a game. The Lakers have really turned a corner. And we're filming the next episode in like 3 or 4 days from now. So we're going to talk about it then. And then I was considering doing a player spotlight talking about how ridiculous Precious Achiuwa has been for not only the Sacramento Kings, but for my fantasy team.
Yeah.
But, I just didn't feel like he was doing enough for an extended period of time to talk about it. However, boys, I am dipping back into one of my agendas to kind of, this again, it's one of those teams that I bought a lot of stock in earlier on in the year, and they just went on a ridiculous win streak.
I know exactly.
And we're
what it
talking
is.
about the Atlanta Hawks.
Wow.
We're going back to ATL. We're talking about them. And like I said, they just won 11 straight games. 11.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. And they unfortunately just had their winning streak snapped last night to the Houston Rockets when Tari Eason made his first three in his last 24 attempts.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
That's bad.
His mom literally added lethal shooter is like, can you come to Houston?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is hilarious. His own mom did that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because bro, he's been just a flat brick for the past like 4 or 5 games. It's
Yeah.
been egregiously bad. But and like I said, because I just don't want to do extra editing and because he paused like 10 million times while he was saying this, if you go back to our last episode, Antoine had the Atlanta Hawks and said that they would get on a ridiculous hot streak and get top 6. Now, granted, they were already on that win streak.
Right.
So I don't want to give him too much credit.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
But instead, we're going to put on the screen from our predictions episode back in October
Oh my God.
when I picked the Hawks to go to the finals and win the Eastern Conference.
Oh my God.
And, you know, unfortunately, Trae Young is no longer on the team. I was kind of expecting him to be there. But shout out Young Simba. He said I should just Photoshop in Nikhil Alexander Walker over Trae, which you know what I could do. But unlike some people on the show, I stand on business.
Yeah.
So
I stand on water.
that's really cap. But anyways, they've been playing some really inspirational basketball. And boys, are we ready to talk about some stats regarding the Atlanta Hawks?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Now keep in mind, this whole win streak was right after all the mid allegations when they were literally 500 in their last 2,000 games, which is actually crazy. But I'll move over these stats so you guys can see it. It's on the screen right now. I'm going to lower my laptop so that way I can see as well. So this is covering their last 14 games. So they've won 12 of their last 14. So even before this win streak, they went 2-1 in that span. And in these games, they have 116.6 offensive rating, which is, you know, just a little below that top 10, which is fine. You ideally want a top 10 defense to make a deep run in the playoffs, but I feel like 11th is kind of negligible in that sense. They have the second best defense in the league. 106.3 defensive rating. That's ridiculous. That's almost like to the level of San Antonio, OKC from, you know, the month of February. And that equates to a plus 10.3 net rating, which is tied for second with the San Antonio Spurs, who we just talked about a few weeks ago. And they just clinched the playoffs. They just won their 50th game. So shout out to them. They've been hooping their butts off as well. And, you know, as you kind of compare it to their first 56 games, they were bottom 11 in offensive rating, 113.6. So you went from bottom 11 to top 11 to bottom 11 in that like sort of drop off period. Their defensive rating was just as bad, 115, which is bottom half of the league, 17th to be exact. And in those first 56 games, they had a negative 1.3 net rating, which is atrociously bad. And that's, again, bottom 12 or bottom 11 in the NBA. And then what's more interesting to me in the sense of why this is so confusing, look at their shooting like efficiency throughout this period. So in their last 14 games during this streak, they were kind of average from the field. 54% effective field goal percentage, which is kind of middle of the pack. 58% true shooting, which is middle of the pack exactly. Doing this as the 5th fastest team in the NBA. Now, if you go to the first 56 games during the season when they had Trae Young, they were better from effective field goal percentage, 55.1. They were slightly better from true shooting. It's about the same at 58.1. And they were the 2nd fastest team in the NBA. So we'll kind of pause here with just the generic, you know, offense, defense, on-off, stuff like that. That's pretty interesting how the shooting kind of stayed the same, but the team just got a lot better, especially on the defensive end. So, Gio, what are you seeing just off of these numbers alone?
Well, what I'm seeing is no Trae Young. And when you don't have Trae Young, I mean, you don't have a great shooter anymore, but you also don't have a liability on defense.
Right. Now,
That's
mind
what
you,
I'm seeing.
he also didn't play much during the season because he did have that knee injury that kept him out a
Right.
while.
Right.
So it's not completely on
It's
Trae
not
Young.
completely, no. But it's still, like, we saw this. When Trae Young was in the game, yeah, he can get you some points and some assists, but they were targeting him on defense every single time.
Yeah.
So that's still, it's still in effect, even though he didn't play the full season. What we're also seeing here is the Jonathan Kuminga effect, I believe. I do believe that. I think Kuminga is a really good player. I think he's a plus player. He's not a minus player. When he's in the game, your team is going to be better, and we're seeing that.
You saw
That's
him.
what I believe.
You saw him accidentally make that full court shot the
Yeah, I
other
did
day.
see that.
Ridiculous.
Did that
And
count? I don't remember.
it did, yeah, because he
did?
was just throwing a lob and it
That's
went in.
insane.
And at the time of recording, in 1 hour, he's playing the Golden State Warriors for the first time since they traded him.
What are we predicting?
We could be in for a massive night.
What are we predicting on the pod right now?
I tweeted out earlier. I think I said like 32, 4, and 5,
I like it.
which I would
Yeah.
love.
I think more rebounds than that.
Yeah, his numbers aren't ballooned like the rest of the roster, so I didn't include him in these notes. But obviously, Kuminga deserves a ton of praise and a ton of respect on that front. So shout out to the Hawks for kind of getting that done.
Yeah.
They really just upgraded all around, replacing Porzingis with just more Onyeka Okongwu minutes, and Jock
Yes.
Landale's been great. Shout out to their Twitter admin, who is an absolute god tier level just tweeter. They actually liked my tweet the other day.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I was just like,
Dope.
dog, who is this admin? Because they're posting the greatest content. It's awesome. If you guys want to go
awesome.
check it out, I'll just link the Hawks Twitter down below. Go check them out. But let's talk about what's truly making them great right now.
Yeah.
And that's their defense. So in their last 14 games, they are third in defensive rebounding percentage at just under 75%. They are averaging just under 10 steals per game, which is top 5 in the league. And on their opponent metrics, they're allowing 16.2 they're allowing 16.2 points off turnovers, which is 12th in the NBA. They are allowing the least second chance points in the NBA at just over 10. That's crazy. Even when the Thunder were on that ridiculous run, they were only I think they were only allowing 11 or 12. So that number's crazy. They are allowing the 11th most fast break points at just under 14, and opponents are only scoring 48.9% points in the paint, which is also 11th in the NBA. When you contrast that to the start of the season when they weren't so good and when I did lose faith in them, their defensive rebounding percentage fell off a cliff, 21st in the NBA. You went from 75 all the way down to 68. 9.3 steals per game is going to be the same because you employ Dyson Daniels, you employ Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is what they do best, and that is what they're always going to do. So that number will remain the same. And you can see they were allowing just a little bit more points off turnover, still middle of the pack. But look at the second chance points. Because the defensive rebounding percentage took a nosedive, the second chance points do as well. Because when teams are rebounding the ball on the offensive end, they're going to put more shots up, get more second chance opportunities, which leads to more crash outs from Quinn Snyder on the sideline. So you can see 15.1, which is 15th in the league. Fast break points, 16.7, which is bottom 4 in the league. And they were allowing the 8th most points in the paint, 53%. And we'll put one more tweet on the screen this is from Basketball University. This is taken from Data Baller. So if you guys don't know what that is, it is probably one of the best databases where you can check out on-off statistics, net ratings, and stuff like that. And these are the 7 most effective 5-man lineups this season. And as you can see, this specific lineup right here of Nickeil, Onyeka, Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, and CJ McCollum. 109.4 defensive rating, 11.7 net rating, and 121 offensive rating. They're up there with the hottest teams in the league.
It's really
The
good.
Hornets, the Spurs, the Nuggets when they're healthy, both versions of the Celtics, which is crazy. And then that one little spurt from the Bucks, who have, actually the Bucks have been half decent as of late amid the circumstances. So Antoine, we'll ask you this. Looking at all these numbers, the comparisons from the earlier on in the season to now, how do we feel about their defense heading into the playoffs?
Well, yeah, I think their defense right now is their forte. I mean, Trae Young. I mean, this tells a story. The story is that Trae Young was holding the Hawks back from what is going on now, and like we were crapping on them for the CJ and Corey Kispert. You know, they got back. I mean, CJ McCollum is one of the best vets in the league. You put him into the lineup, you're getting kind of a lot of positives out of him, and you really add him Dyson, Naw being one of the best signings of the offseason, of course. Okongwu finally getting his time to shine from being a top 10 pick. And then we know Jalen Johnson, of course.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Did you say Dyson Daniels?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we know Dyson Daniels is a defensive, menace from last year.
Yeah.
And, I mean, like I said, the story, Trae was holding his team back, and Quinn is able to cook up something now that he can spread the ball all around the court. I mean, Kuminga off the bench as well. Let's not forget him. And team looks great. I mean, I love that starting 5 all around. I think it's phenomenal. Their bench is a little like not so. They did move off of Vit Krejci and all those guys, but I think they're fine on the bench front.
What is Rich Shea doing?
He's actually been good on the defensive end.
Yeah.
The offensive end, he just hasn't really, because I don't really think that was the opportunity for him, because he's so similar to Jalen Johnson, like build wise. He's not like as thick,
Definitely
don't-
not.
but he's a long, lanky wing
Mhm.
that can shoot and can defend to his ability. But I just, at the end of the day, the Hawks should have still gone with Alex Sarr,
Yeah.
or you should have explored the opportunity of either a Reed Shepard or a Stephon Castle,
Or trading down.
or
I
trading
mean,
down. I
but
think that could have been the right decision.
They'll be fine because they have the Pelicans pick in this year's draft, and wherever that is, if it's in the top 10 or top 5 even, they're going to get someone that's
Yeah.
another franchise altering guy, maybe a point guard, I would think.
I believe they have the more favorable pick of Milwaukee and New Orleans. So
Okay.
wherever, if Milwaukee falls lower or higher in the lottery than New Orleans, I still believe the pick goes to them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for them to take a point guard,
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what they need,
you know.
because, Dyson Daniels is a great playmaker, but when he's strictly playmaking, he turns into Ben Simmons. He just doesn't shoot the ball. And I think earlier on in the season, he was shooting 11% from 3 on the year,
Wow.
which is quite bad. And, shout out Keaton Wallace, but he's not a starter.
Yeah, no.
So there's only so much he can do. You can see that family line's also pretty strong. The Wallace family, kind of just like the Nemhards and the Thompsons. Like, what are they feeding them?
Who's Keaton Wallace's brothers?
Kason?
Oh, really?
Bro, even
Yeah.
I knew that, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Come on.
I thought you were talking about Ben Wallace
Oh, hell no.
and like Rasheed Wallace
Definitely not.
and like all those guys.
But let's obviously talk about their offense, and then we'll get into kind of a little bit of players. So the offense in their last 14 games, their offensive rebounding percentage is 33.5, which is top 8 in the league. They're 7th in assist percentage at Gio's favorite number, 0.5. And English is, I'm talking too fast and my mind is not computing properly.
It's a lot of numbers.
All the defensive numbers, we're flipping it to the offensive numbers now. So they were scoring the second most points off turnovers at just under 22. They are scoring 16 second chance points per game, which is top 7, 4th in fast break points, and 55 points in the paint per game, which is top 7 in the NBA. And then if we flip that over to the first 56 games of the season, look at the offensive rebounding percentage. You went from 33.5 now to 27% at the start of the year. That is 4th bottom of the league, which is ridiculous. Assist percentage actually was higher because Trae Young is probably either the best or the second best playmaking guard in the NBA.
He's up there.
I think you would put him, Cade, Hallie, all
Luka.
3 of those, Luca, all 4 of them are in those conversations. So that's normal, a bit of a drop off without a point guard. They were scoring slightly less points off turnovers. The second chance points took a nosedive, just like the offensive reboundings, 22nd in the league. Still, the fast break points were around the same as were the points in the paint. So really the offense, like we mentioned previously, is just, it's better in some aspects, worse in some. McCollum's not the playmaker Trae Young is. And Onyeka is just a much better rebounder and defender than someone like Kristaps Porzingis, who's been playing a lot better with the Warriors, though he just got hurt yesterday, which kind of sucks. So let's hope he's okay. But, Gio, we're ready to talk about some players.
Let's do it.
I just got 2 for you here.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the man of the hour first, Jalen Johnson,
Yeah.
who I really am just pissed off that I picked Brunson instead of him in fantasy because he went the pick after me, but it's fine. I made it further than
It
Brendan.
might not be
so-
fine, bro, because I might beat you this week.
You might beat me this week, but I made it further than Brendan, who
did.
lost in the first round because
to me, I
Prince
think.
literally had
Prince.
Prince had 84 points with Bam or whatever it was. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
But Jalen Johnson this season, 22 points a game, 10.5 rebounds, 8 assists, which is top 6 in the league. He has 42 double-doubles this season, which is 3rd in the NBA, and 13 triple-doubles, which he just got the other night,
Wow.
which is 2nd in the league, just behind the Joker, obviously, who has like 27. And his box plus minus, we talked about this with Shay last week, 4.5 for Jalen Johnson is ridiculous on 26.5% usage. That's crazy.
That's really good.
And this stat from the NBA, if he can maintain his current numbers, he would be just the 5th different player in league history to average 20, 10, and 8, joining Jokic, Russ, Oscar, and Wilt Chamberlain.
That's some great people to be
good
mentioned in
company.
the same. Yeah, good company.
Who is Russell West?
Dude, don't do it now. We'll save that for later.
We'll save that for later on.
Who is that?
We'll save that for later
We'll
on.
save that.
I don't know who
But-
that is.
Jalen Johnson has been one of the biggest pleasant surprises this season. And I'm truly excited to see him take a true leap next year with that all-star point guard because I just don't see them keeping McCollum. And even if they do,
Mhm.
he would come off the bench anyways.
Mhm.
So that's fine. But then again, Gio, they might not need to get a point guard because of this man right here,
He's hoping.
Nikhil Alexander Walker, he's just such an incredible player.
Yeah.
And we saw this in Minnesota and kind of just like one of those guys that needed an opportunity to break out, and he finally got it. This season, he's averaging 20 points, 3.5 rebounds, almost 4 assists, a steal and a half on 59.5% true shooting on 23% usage.
Yeah.
Now, he said Trae Young was a humongous recruiter in getting him to Atlanta. Whether Trae knew he was staying or not, either he really saw something in him to, be that good backup, or that was the point guard for the future once Trae knew he was getting traded. That's kind of what I see.
Yeah.
Because when you look at guys like Trae Young, Jalen Brunson, Keontae George, some of the best scorers in the NBA at their size.
Yeah.
But if you go to any defensive metric, you'll find the three of those guys stamped to the bottom of the list. Nikhil's not that guy. Nikhil's like 6'5", 6'6". He is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, and we're finally seeing that scoring bag. He just had 41 points the other night,
That's crazy.
and
He's
is
a true,
playing.
true two-way player now.
He really is.
Yeah.
And we're truly seeing the leap from him. So I guess we'll close the segment off with just your general thoughts on what you're seeing from Nikhil, Jalen Johnson, and just the Hawks in general that we haven't touched on yet.
Yeah, I mean, listen, coming into the season, it was one of my favorite, just teams built around, the guys they have. Obviously, they're in the East, and I don't want them to beat the Knicks, of course. But just one of the teams that went out, got guys. We're talking about Na in particular. And who else did they get?
They got,
No, who was
they
it?
traded for Porzingis.
Oh, yes. Okay. That too. And then he got moved. And, Trey gets moved off of it. Obviously, we thought he was the problem, and the team is doing a lot better. So I guess, like I said, the story that we see is that Trey was the problem for this team holding them back. I'm sure I get some maybe backlash from Hawks fans on that, or just people in general. But the team's blossoming. You bring in Kuminga. The starting five, again, on paper is phenomenal, and on the court is phenomenal. And Quinn Snyder's a vet coach that's going to bring the best out of these guys. And I think it's only upwards for them. Again, they have a nice pick in the draft coming up too. They could bring in guys in the offseason, of course, as well to add. And the core is, I guess, the correct word for the core is set. Their foundation is set for those guys. They're all younger, on the younger side.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, some guys maybe are vets and older, but the core is set. They're going to be adding to it in the offseason, of course, as well. So they're going up the right way. And it's only to start for them.
Yeah.
Now, Gio, let me ask you this to close off the segment. How far realistically can this team get? Because they just broke into the top 6.
I was just thinking that. And I was thinking between them and another young team, the Hornets, I was thinking who would be able to go further in the playoffs. And I'm having a hard time because
To
both
me-
teams are hot right now at the right time.
To me, I think it's easily Atlanta.
You think
over
so?
Charlotte.
Why do you
Yeah.
think they're built for the playoffs more than a team like the Hornets?
They have the experience.
Well,
Do they though?
I don't.
They're
it's not-
young.
It's not that they have the
No,
experience.
they were in it before.
Well, they have playing experience, but they have a true number one option.
In Jalen Johnson. You don't
Exactly.
think that the Hornets do.
I don't know who their number one option is.
It's all three of them.
Maybe
We don't.
that's a good thing.
I don't. It could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing because that could lead to guys dropping in those games. They're also Charlotte's like the 9 seed right now. Atlanta's already in the top 6, and I trust Jalen Johnson as a number one option a lot more than I trust LaMelo Ball.
Okay.
And I don't think you can blame me for that, especially too. Charlotte's a lot younger.
Yeah.
Atlanta also has Nikhil Alexander Walker, who just played in back-to-back conference
He's
finals.
solid.
So I think
Yeah.
that's something to be had. Quinn Snyder's a great coach. We don't know what Charles Lee's made of yet. The Hornets have never had this opportunity.
Okay.
So
That's fair.
I
That's
think
a
we'll have
fair
to
point.
see. But right now, they are stamped to play the Knicks in the first round.
Mm.
And if you can't beat the Hawks without Trae Young, I am going to be the most insufferable person on planet Earth. So you better hope they keep winning to get to the 5 seed and maybe even
gosh.
higher than that.
That might be a tough first round matchup, to be
But-
honest.
And I have the Knicks will find a way to bottle that easily.
I think the Knicks might lose that.
I think they might. But I'll tell
yeah.
you this: if they keep this form going, I will pick them to make the finals.
Oh wow.
So
Still a very bold take.
I can't stand off it.
Okay.
There's no way I can. So,
Okay.
but there's no chance they're beating the Thunder or Nuggets or whoever comes out of the West. But the finals
Good
appearance
shot.
would be good. But even if they make the second round, based on what they usually do, would be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is the story of the Atlanta Hawks. Let us know down in the comments. how far in the playoffs can they get, and how well can Jalen Johnson do his first year in the playoffs as a one option?
Yeah.
And boys, do we have anything else to say before we get into the surprise segment?
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Into the next segment we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tyler's surprise segment. So if those of you that are new around here, this is just a segment where I bring something interesting and fun to the table that's not necessarily about like, the analytics of basketball and stuff like that. We do jersey rankings, player rankings, random stuff. And this is actually part number 2 of Bleacher Report's article of the best NBA player at every age that's in the league right now. So we did the younger players last week. We did age 19 all the way up to 29. So today we're going to the old heads. We're respecting the elders. We salute you. And we're going to be doing ages 30 to 41. So I feel like this could be kind of tough because there are a lot of old heads in this league that we know are old, but we don't know exactly how old.
Yeah.
So I feel like that could be more of an interesting thing. And obviously we know who the oldest player in the league is, but we're going to save that for the time being, and we'll let Gio specifically guess who it is.
No.
We will absolutely do that. But, essentially we'll kind of go through it and let us know down in the comments who is the best NBA player at your age. And even if you're if you're older than 41 and retired and stuff like that, who's the best player at your age right now? Yeah. If you're 88, there's got to be someone 88 in the NBA.
Check.
Definitely not. I don't think he's 88, but he's probably up there.
Yeah.
But that's besides the point. So, boys, do we have any sort of questions, comments, concerns before we dive right in?
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're actually going to link the article down in the description below for you guys to go check it out for yourself. And we're going to start things off with age number 30. So, who do we think is the best 30-year-old in the NBA right now?
30. Okay. 30-30. That's what they say, right? 30-30.
I think.
I don't have.
I have no idea. Wait, so Donovan Mitchell's 29.
Yeah.
So let's think right?
They're going the same
Mitchell,
type of
2015.
player.
Joel Embiid. Wait, no, he was already in one, right?
Mm-mm.
From last week?
No, he wasn't.
I think Joel Embiid then.
Okay.
Joel Embiid.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. That's my guess.
Going with Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are incorrect.
Okay.
And double unfortunately, because like we mentioned in the last time we did this list is a little bit outdated. So the guy they chose I think he just turned 31 about maybe a few weeks ago whenever this was released.
Okay.
But they've gone for Nikola Jokic.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
We knew that.
But he's 31 now.
But still,
Got
we
it.
knew that, bro.
Yeah. So Nikola Jokic is the best 30-year-old in the NBA.
Yeah.
And obviously they rank this based off of their 99 rank of current players. He's still number 1 above SGA, so he's still the best in the world. Other players that are 30 that are on this list is a big drop off, I'm not going to lie. You're looking at Cat, Dylan Brooks, Josh Hart, low key, who I would pick for this, Aaron Gordon.
I like Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon has these spurts where he plays like Michael Jordan. And it's just like, how does he do that? Right, like 10 for 11 from 3, 50 points.
Yeah.
on
Usually in the
opening
playoffs,
night.
though.
Usually in the playoffs, that's
He'll
where he
go off
shows
in the
up.
playoffs, yeah.
When he had
Yeah.
he showed out in Game 7 with an injured hamstring.
And hit like the game winner or something.
No, they lost.
Oh, wait. Game 6, I think that was the game winner.
Game 7, Game 1 was the game winner.
Okay.
First game of the series when they came back. When
Yes.
OKC fouled up 3
You were right.
17 and a half times. So, but yeah, I think Joker's obviously the right pick when it comes to, players of his age caliber because he's the best in the league.
For sure.
So
Easy.
easy to start off. We're into number 31. Boys, who is the best 31-year-old in the NBA?
Nikola Jokic.
You're correct. Yeah, good job.
He is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone that's a little older than Jokic.
I'm going to just say Joel Embiid again. That's my guess.
Yeah.
No, I mean, you can think of another person if you can. What is this, the 2014 or 2013 draft?
Remember, it could be 2 draft classes because
Right.
the cutoffs are different.
Uh,
Gonna push you for an answer.
I have my answer.
Is Devin Booker 31?
He was in the last one we
He's
did.
younger.
Oh, okay.
He's like 28.
Yeah.
Looks like you're going with Embiid.
Yeah, go with Embiid.
Embiid.
All right, so you are correct that Embiid is 31, but he's not the best.
What?
Bro, who was
Wait,
drafted?
wait, don't say it.
Who was drafted in 2013 and is one of the best players in the world?
I should know this.
You absolutely should.
2013 draft class.
I'm giving
Hold
you,
on.
I'm giving
Joel
you 10
Embiid.
seconds.
Wait, hold on.
This should be easy.
No.
Kyrie Irving.
It's not Kyrie Irving. He was drafted in 2010. The player that you could not think of was Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, he wasn't the first pick. I'm thinking of first pick.
I didn't
But
say
no,
first
I
pick.
knew he
though.
was
Oh,
drafted
sorry.
in 2013. I knew
Yes,
that.
it was in our. It's in our most popular
Dang,
video when we
yeah.
did, whatchamacallit, the best or the
Every
longest,
draft.
the player from every draft, the longest tenured. So,
Dang. Yeah, that makes sense.
it makes a ton of sense.
I guess
And
Embiid's like third or second.
Embiid's 25th on the BR99. Giannis is 5th. So Giannis
Yeah.
is still a top 5 player according to Bleacher Report. Other 31-year-olds appearing on the list were Pascal Siakam, Julius Randle, Alex Caruso, and Derek White, who is another one of the more underrated players in the
Yeah.
NBA. So shout out to Derek White
It's a
and
solid
shout out to
list.
Giannis.
Yeah.
Into age 32, this is where we start to, lessen the field a little bit. There's only 2 players in the BR99 that are 32 years old. So do we have any idea who this could be?
2012.
Start getting into vets.
Oh god.
Bradley Beal.
Is he in the league?
He's on the Clippers. Remember, he got hurt. He's out for the season.
Okay.
So Bradley Beal.
Let's go with Bradley Beal.
It is not Bradley Beal, and I don't even think it's remotely close to Bradley Beal. The person is an all-star, and it is Norman Powell.
Oh, I did not know he was 32.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah,
in
he's
the league
up
for a
there.
while.
Wait a second. So he started with the
Raptors.
Raptors. That's right.
And then
Yeah,
he
he
went-
was there for a while.
Won a championship, then went to Portland for a few years, and now is with the
Clippers.
Clippers and then the Heat.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. The only other person is Anthony Davis.
Oh, should have gotten that.
So Powell was ranked 44th. AD is ranked 52nd.
Yeah, we should have gotten 2012 AD for sure.
Absolutely, yeah, that would have been a key guess, but it also would have been the wrong answer.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not so bad of everything, but shout out to Norman Powell. He's moved to the bench
How is
now.
Anthony Davis not better than Norman Powell though?
Remember, this list is up to date, and Anthony Davis hasn't played in like 4 months.
Yeah.
This is weird. It's still weird to
Plus-
see AD, the second best 32-year-old.
I mean, to be fair, if we're looking at just this season, he's an all-star. He's not. So
Okay.
Yeah.
you kind of have to give Norman his
is fair.
flowers.
I would give Norm just right now, but if we're going all time, of course it's AD.
Oh, duh, yeah.
You know.
80's like a top 70 player at minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to them. Into age 33, Giovanni, who is the best 33-year-old in the NBA. He's the only one on the BR99.
2011.
This is my era.
I mean,
Derrick Rose, but he's no wait. Why am I saying Derrick
I
Rose?
wouldn't necessarily focus on draft class. You're not really going to get it from those.
Okay.
Just think about good players that are just older.
33.
Yeah. And you could always
Okay.
take a stab at
Is-
it in the next
Is
round if it's
CJ
wrong.
McCollum up there?
No, he's older than that.
James Harden? No, he's way older.
He's older.
Oh goodness.
Let's go team by
Brunson.
team.
I can't have you go through all
Harrison
30 teams.
Barnes. Maybe
Um,
Harrison. I'm gonna go with Harrison.
How old is
Barnes.
Russ?
He's older than that.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
How old is
really older.
Steph? Steph is older.
Steph is slightly younger
Jimmy
than
Butler?
Russ. I think Butler's older, but you can go with Jimmy. I'm gonna go with Harrison Barnes.
All right, so you're going Harrison Barnes and
Jimmy
you're going
Butler.
with, you're both wrong.
Okay.
However, Gio, you love this man with all your heart. And
This
it is-
guy?
Yeah. And it is Rudy Gobert.
Oh wow.
That's why I didn't get it.
Yeah, fair
Okay.
enough. Best 33-year-old in the NBA. There's not many,
Yeah.
but he's ranked 47th on the BR99.
Yeah.
And
This is kind of rigged.
not really.
He's the only 33-year-old in the league.
No, on the list in the BR99. Like
Oh.
the other Harrison Barnes actually is 33 years
Oh,
old.
for real?
Yeah.
I'm kind of crazy,
So is Valanciunas and so is TJ McConnell.
but they're not ranked.
No.
Okay,
Because
that's
they're not top 100 players right
Fair.
now. You can't say they
I
are.
feel like Gobert always gets it by like. It feels rigged. Like there's
It's
no one
not.
else
You just-
33
you
years
just hate
old
him for
on
no
in the top
reason.
9 in the top
Dude,
99.
Dude, you hate him for no reason.
Dude, like you don't. Okay, whatever.
At some point, when the Timberwolves make another deep run this year, you'll realize the greatness of Rudy Gobert.
We'll see. I'm rooting for the Timberwolves, not him though.
No, you have to root for him if you root for the Timberwolves. You can't have it both ways because he's that one player
know.
where if he plays well, that team is winning it all.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
I think so. Because you really can't play well if your anchor's not playing well. So
Fair.
that's kind of how it is.
All right.
Anyways, rapidly moving on. Boys, 34-year-old player.
2010. I know we're not going by draft class, but 34 years old.
Also the only 34-year-old ranked.
Kyrie Irving.
I think so. Kyrie.
Because he said he was 2010. I remember
Yeah, it's
what he
got to
said.
be Kyrie.
It is not Kyrie Irving. Remember, Kyrie's not
Oh.
playing this season, so he's not even make the
Bruh.
list.
Wait.
This man is an all-star.
Uh
I'll give you one more guess in the next like
He's
10
an all-star
seconds.
this year.
Yeah.
was he a starter?
I don't remember. Gonna need an answer. We can't have dead silence forever.
Let's go with
Andrew Wiggins.
no. Let's go with.
Somebody.
Let's go with.
All right, if you say let's go one more time, I'm just telling you.
Okay.
3.
I really don't have
An answer.
anything.
I'm just gonna tell you the
Yeah.
answer is Kawhi
Oh
Leonard.
my gosh,
Wow.
bro.
The
Oh.
Claw. Where do you think they ranked him on the 99?
He has to be like.
He's
Well,
been
since
top
he didn't
25.
since he didn't play, top 30.
Dude, he's been playing.
Well, wait. In the 99, when did the list come out?
This whole article came out on March 2nd.
Okay, so then way higher. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
top 10.
How high though? I need a number.
10.
And you said what?
I said top 25.
Okay, he's 6th.
I love it.
Wow.
Love
I
it.
love that.
I
ranking.
love it. I love Kawhi
Yeah,
Prop.
no, me too.
He's an incredible player. Find out later if he made any of our rankings,
Oh yeah, you'll see.
which could be pretty interesting. So shout out to Kawhi. All right, we're 12 minutes in. We're making some pretty decent time. We only have I think we have, I'm not going to say the two numbers. I think we have 6 left, but don't quote me on it. Age 35. Who do we have?
Okay.
There are 3 players
I
in the
think-
99 that are 35 years old.
I think this is Steph Curry.
Is Steph older than 35?
2009 draft.
No. Steph is older than 35.
Pretty sure Steph might be 36.
He could be 36 or 37.
No, I don't think he's 37.
This could be Draymond.
You want to go Dre? You go Dre. I'll go Steph.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go Steph on the next one if it's not Steph.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Draymond Green.
And you said
Steph.
Steph is not 35.
Okay.
Draymond is 35, but he's the second ranked 35-year-old in the NBA.
So wait, can we get another guess at
No,
it?
because you're not going to get it.
Okay.
It's a 2-time NBA champ, Drew Holiday.
Wow. I'm surprised. I love that. I love they didn't put Dre as the best one.
Draymond's
fits my
ranked.
agenda.
Draymond's ranked 8-9, and
Actually?
yep. And whatchamacallit, Holiday's ranked 70th.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
pretty deserved. He's having a really good season in Portland. No one's
He
talking
is,
about it because it's
silently.
Portland, but shout out to him.
Yeah.
As we get into the next age 36, there are 3 of these boys ranked in the top 99. Who do we think is the best 36-year-old in the NBA?
Probably Steph Curry.
So I think Steph is 37, actually.
You think? All right, maybe you're right. I'm just gonna say Steph for all
I
3 of them.
think
Then.
Steph is 37. 36, I'm going to go with.
James Harden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
James Harden.
So whose idea was it to go James Harden?
Me.
It was Giovanni. For once, this man did not sell.
Well, I said Steph is 37.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's
I
pretty
clutched
big
up,
time.
bro.
That's big time,
Let's
Giovanni.
go. Let's go.
So yeah, James Harden is ranked 18th in the top 99.
Okay.
The other 36-year-olds, Jimmy Butler ranked 75th, and DeMar DeRozan at 93.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Harden's
Okay.
clearly the best.
Yeah.
He's playing really good with the Cavs right now amid the small little injuries here and there. But you know what? We take it.
Yo.
I think it's pretty. That's like your first or second one you got right
Me?
so far. No, like of this today.
Yeah, this one. We only got one right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Because you obviously got 19 wrong when you guessed
Yeah.
Cooper Flag over Tatum. It's just
Yeah.
kind of what it is. But anyways, I digress.
No,
So
transcend.
38, 39, 40. So we have 4 of these left. We're getting into age 37.
Just gotta be Steph,
This is
bro.
Steph.
It's gotta be Steph or Russ.
No, it's
Give
Steph.
me Russ.
Steph.
There's
Westbrook.
You're going with Stephen Curry?
Westbrook, yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. Steph Curry was the player for 37 years old. However, he turned 38 last week. So this
Old
is
ass.
outdated.
Okay.
So by default, I guess that means Kevin Durant is the best 37-year-old in the NBA.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So they still had Curry over KD.
Well, obviously,
Obviously.
yeah. Steph's having a
I
better
think I
season
would
than
too.
Kevin Durant.
Is he?
Yeah. Steph's averaging almost like 28
Yeah.
a game.
They're almost 30.
Yeah.
So is KD though.
KD's
Except
averaging
KD's team is
24,
better.
25.
KD,
KD's
is,
having like
is
26.
KD's team that much better
Yes.
based on the way he'd be tweeting about them?
Well, I get
That's
it.
true. I mean,
but
Steph.
still.
I mean, to be fair, in fairness to Steph, he's having this kind of season with franchise cornerstone B pods at the point guard.
That makes it easier to have more scoring though, if you think about it.
I guess, but at the end of the day, I still would take Steph right now over
Fair.
KD. Even you did at the start of the season. You ranked KD outside your top 10. You put Steph at 6. So
I don't like that I did that.
yeah, well, it's unfortunate, man. There's nothing really else I could say.
Okay, fine.
But I think that's totally fair in and of itself.
Yeah.
So just know that when we get to age 38 in a second, Steph Curry would be the answer. But by the time this article came out, he was no longer 38 years of age.
Yeah.
So Gio and Antoine, who do we think is the best 38-year-old in the league right now?
Westbrook.
You're
Is
going
he
with
actually
Russ.
38?
I'm going with Russ.
I'm actually going to look this up because it's not Russ. I'm telling you that right now.
No.
So Russell Westbrook is 37,
Oh, he's 37.
and he also wasn't in the top 100, which I actually think is straight cap because there's no way you're telling me Miles Turner in 2026 is ranked 99th
Oh
is better
my
than Russell Westbrook.
God.
You cannot tell me
Dude,
that.
the NBA hates Russell Westbrook. I don't know why.
It's crazy, man.
Pay my bro.
Let's go 38.
38 years old.
Holy.
There's only 2 players that I can think of that are 38 right now. So you're not going to, I don't think you're going to get it. So do you want me to just tell you?
Jay Crowder.
He's not in the league.
Okay.
Yeah, go.
Okay, it's Mike Conley.
Oh, we could have got
wow.
And the other one is his teammate, Joe Ingles.
that. Oh,
So shout out to the dad
former
bod.
teammate. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Conley is unranked. So we're starting to get into some unranked territory
Yeah.
of certain players because these guys just aren't that good anymore. And, it kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
But, Mike Conley, sucks that he's not playing anymore, but he's doing a good job kind of coaching up these younger players. I know he's really been big for guys like Bones Highland and for Terrence Shannon and Io DeSumo, who just came in. And you know what? I could see him definitely joining Chris Finch's coaching staff when his career finishes either this year or next year.
100%.
So shout out to Mike Conley and Michael. As we move into age 39, boys, who is the best 39-year-old in the NBA? We're
Al
into
Horford.
we're getting into really
like
uncharted
that.
territory.
But Al might be 40.
I don't think Al 40 is 40 yet.
All right, say Al. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with Al.
Going with Al Horford.
Big Al.
I'm sorry, Gio, but Antoine is correct.
Nice.
That
bro.
was completely off the dome.
That was fire. That was fire.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really many players to think of that are 39 because look who's in like comp with him. Other 39-year-olds are Kyle Lowry, who doesn't play, Jeff Green, who doesn't play, Garrett Temple, who doesn't play. So the 3 of them together have logged 25% of Horford's total playing time this season, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So shout out to Al Horford, still kind of doing it.
Wow.
And I just find it funny that he left Boston to go to the Warriors to play meaningful basketball. The Warriors stink, and the Celtics are title favorites in the East.
Yep.
Crazy how life works, man.
Exactly.
The grass is not always greener.
It's not.
Well, in this case, the grass was greener where you were.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's
Exactly.
Literally.
literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
So, boys, we have 2 ages left. Are we ready to get into the 40s?
40.
Crazy how we
Who's
have players
40?
that are in their 40s playing basketball.
Well, we know who 41 is.
I don't know who it is.
There's only 2, and there's only 2 that played this season that are 40. This should be quite easy.
It should be.
Yeah.
Is he
Only
good?
2 that have
Hmm?
played
He's
that are
good?
40
He
years
used to be a
old.
really good player. It's someone that Gio loves near and dear to his heart.
Is this Cap?
Who?
Could be not.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Cap?
Cap.
Oh,
He said, I love this player.
you love this player.
Yeah, one of Gio's favorite players of all time.
Okay.
Was involved in some drama earlier in the season.
Drama earlier in the season.
Got put into timeout by his team.
Hello?
And,
Who is this?
And just hung it up not even a month
Got
ago.
put on timeout with this team.
He
and
retired?
hung it up
He is a
month.
Raptors legend as of last month.
Vince Carter?
He's not in the league.
A Raptors legend as of last. James Johnson.
No, he's not in the league.
Oh.
Gio, he just retired. This dude.
Oh, Chris Paul.
It is Christopher
Oh
Emmanuel
my-
Paul.
Bro, why'd you say Raptors legend? I
'Cause he
was
got-
thinking of Raptors legends.
Because he got traded to the Raptors, and then they waived him, and then he
Yeah,
retired.
Bruh.
Just like if I said Jazz legend, it's Russell Westbrook.
No.
Yes.
You said
He's a
Ja- like,
two-time
come on,
Jazz
bro.
legend.
You threw me off with the Raptors legend, bro.
The other 40-year-old just came back into the league, Taj Gibson.
Yeah.
So
Very
shout out
true.
to Uncle Taj doing his thing. And Giovanni,
I don't know who this guy could be, honestly.
who is the best 41-year-old in the NBA?
Listen, I know for a fact this is Gio's number 1 in the
Actually,
next
no. Wait,
segment.
who is this actually?
Actually, you know what? We're gonna have Antoine say it while Gio's doing 41. So Antoine, who is the best 41-year-old?
It's Ronald James Jones.
Oh, LeBron James.
You are correct.
Okay.
It is Ronald McDonald from accounting. Shout out to LeBron, ranked 26th on the top 99. So as per your wish, Gio, he's no longer a top 25 player in the league.
Shouldn't be.
Although he's been playing
He's been
very
playing
good
They've been
basketball.
If I'm
hooping.
being like very just unbiased
He's been
here, he's been
hooping.
playing good. He's been
Yeah.
playing good because he's playing his role. That's
Exactly.
why.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he's still playing. He's the best third option in the NBA.
Yeah.
By far.
I'll say that.
AR is the
So-
second option.
Right? They're running him as the second option.
Yeah.
You have to. Because
Okay.
if we saw this in even 2 years ago in the playoffs against the Nuggets, LeBron had like a heater in the first quarter, in the first half. He had no energy left in the second half. You have to reserve that energy.
Yeah.
Give the usage rate to the younger guys.
Yes.
Reserve LeBron's energy tank,
That's it.
and then he'll be good from there.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So,
Smart.
yeah, that concludes Bleacher Report's article of the best NBA player at every single age. Again, let us know down in the comments, who is the best player at your age? And boys, it's time. Are we ready to reveal our rankings?
Let's get into it.
Welcome to the second half of the show, ladies and gentlemen. It's the main segment and probably the most highly anticipated main segment in our channel's history. So as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we're going to be revealing our top 30 rankings in NBA history. So these are the top 30 best players of all time. And, I feel like we all have different basketball opinions. We all have different player biases and whatnot. So I'm very curious to see how these lists turn out. Now, obviously, I do know them because I had these guys send them to me so I can make graphics, but I don't remember all of the selections. I don't remember where some players went. So we'll kind of all find out together. But boys, before we start, we have to lay out some groundwork, some ground rules. What was the criteria that you specifically used to do these rankings? Start with you first, Gio.
Let me just start by saying heavy on the bias.
We were making a little closer.
Yeah, so heavy on the bias,
Okay.
and then also I have to go based on like era. Look, I put in the era, like how good was that era of basketball, and then I incorporated that into my ratings as well. You know what I'm saying? So those two things is probably the most. Yeah, that's the way that I rated these players.
So you think your list is going to be the most hated one by the
I
fans?
think it's likely going to have the most controversial takes, but you're going to see why I took them, and you'll probably agree with me at the end of the video.
I doubt
I'm
that.
confident that you guys will agree with me. Maybe not you guys, because maybe not you, because
Yeah,
you stand
definitely
on
not me.
business.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll agree with me. The guys in the comments, you're definitely going to agree with me. So let's get it going.
What about you, Antoine? What was your criteria for this?
Well, of course. I mean, I don't think there's any bias in mine. I think definitely some personal preference of my own of who I think is better.
Yeah.
In certain areas. And of course, keeping the best players of all time, which we all know.
I think it's a false claim to make when you said there's no bias. You being a human being and having your own opinions, there's going to be bias.
Exactly.
My bias is that Carmelo Anthony's not in the top 10 or
Or-
Jason Richardson's not in the top 15. Like,
Well, that's just a meme.
yeah,
it's like-
okay, yeah. I mean, my own opinion
You're
for
gonna have
we're
some
players a little bit, maybe,
Yeah.
yes, but not like you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
For me, I really tried to balance out my biases. I didn't really want to put anything towards that. I tried to be as objective as possible,
Fair.
factor in championships and awards and ancillary things. And I really I want to create a list that I feel like people would agree with and people would respect. I really went down the respect route here.
I went down the route of I don't care what you think.
Yeah.
This is my list, and
That's Gio's
this
mantra.
is how it's going to be.
That is your mantra. As a contrarian,
by
I wouldn't
that.
be, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
me, I really tried to make a list that I felt made the most sense to me.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, cool.
boys, do we have any other questions before we dive right in?
I'm just excited, man. Let's go.
All right. So I'll just pull up this graphic for these guys. I just picked up Patrick Williams just because why not? The Bulls thought he would be this kind of player, but no. But I'm sure we
Yeah.
will see a couple Bulls players on this list down the line. So before we get into the top 30, obviously there's going to be players that just missed the cut.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it was really a struggle to try and figure out where these players would be. So I'm just going to reveal
Can
them
I
all.
just
Are you gonna reveal it
Can
now?
I say
Yeah.
something too? Pat Williams has really good beard genetics, unlike somebody here.
Are you kidding me, bro?
Anyways.
You did not have to say that.
Are we ready to get,
Yeah, let's
are we
get
ready
to
to get into the
basketball,
first
bro.
5 that missed?
Yeah.
So here on the screen are the first 5 players that just missed. So do you want to read your 5?
Oh,
Just
you're
for
gonna
the-
hate me for this.
Just read it out for the audio listeners.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I got Scottie Pippen, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, and John Stockton. I'm
Antoine?
surprised you have John. All right, sorry.
Yeah, Antoine, read yours.
Got Allen Iverson.
Sorry.
Allen Iverson's not top 30.
Okay,
We'll talk about it.
continue. Just read your five.
James Harden, Jason Kidd, Kawhi Leonard just missed. And then John Havlicek.
And then I have Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, John Havlicek, Steve Nash, John Stockton, and Christopher Emmanuel Paul.
I think
we're kind of locked in a little bit.
Mhm.
I think you guys are completely disrespecting John Stockton.
All right, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this now.
Completely
Well, we'll talk-
disrespecting John Stockton.
We'll talk about when he gets to his spot in the top
Okay,
30 based
fair.
on how
Yeah.
he's reacting.
Okay.
I just want to say that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander will crack this list with
Yeah.
another championship.
Yeah.
I really tried to make a case for him into the top 30,
Yeah.
but
Ooh, can
he does have the championship. He does have the MVP.
I have
However, I need more sample size out of him because someone like Stockton and Paul played 19 to 20 plus years. They've racked up so many assists and had so many deep playoff runs. I need a little bit more.
Right.
Steve Nash obviously has the MVPs and Havlicek has the rings, but
Yeah.
as someone who has been, I've been labeled as a Shea hater for whatever reason. I guess just because I like Jokic so much, but I don't hate Shea, as you can clearly see.
Yeah.
I do not. I have him as the 35th best player of all time.
Of course. Can I
So,
read a tidbit before we go to the next thing? But
Tidbit?
does that have anything to do with this, or
yeah, it does.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Well, it's stats. LeBron James just passed Robert Parrish for the most games played in NBA history.
Wow.
Oh wow. Cool.
We'll
Yeah.
get to that eventually.
Shout out to Gio's favorite player. But boys, do we have any questions regarding the bottom five that just missed?
No. Again,
No
I
questions.
I think
just
it's very-
statements and
Exactly.
but we're not
Like I
gonna get there
said, if
yet.
we have any disagreements, we'll talk about it when we get to those placements
Yeah.
in the top 30.
Yeah.
So how we're going to do this is we're going to go in blocks of 5. So we're going to go 30 through 26 and then so on and so forth. One person's going to headline and then we'll reveal the next one as it kind of goes along.
All right.
So we're starting off 30th through 26th. Antoine, you, my friend, are headlining this segment. Go ahead and read your first 5 players. So try and save reactions until after he reads it, just so the Spotify listeners aren't confused. So Antoine, read the number and then the player for each one.
Yeah, so starting off at 30 is Chris Paul. Number 29 is Elgin Baylor. 28 is John Stockton. 27 is IT, the father.
Zeke, not IT.
Okay, Zeke, the father. And 26 is Charles Barkley.
Okay. I figured we'd see a couple ringless players down in this like bottom 5 of the top 30.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, we can get into the John Stockton stuff now, then if you want.
Well, I mean, I think he's top 30, but like, he's at 28 for me. So like it's very pick and choose, but I think John Stockton belongs in the top 30 because of just the record books, what he's done, being with that Karl Malone era. And I value.
What?
I don't want to say this.
What do you value? What do you value? Say it.
I love good.
What? Say it.
I can't say it.
White point guards?
Yes.
That's what it is.
That
that
are
just
built like me.
Is there some racial bias to
That
this
are
list?
built like me.
that are built like the
That's crazy.
That are built like me. No, but I mean, regardless, I mean, I think John Stockton is one of the best players.
He's a great player.
Yeah.
But let me just tell you something. He shouldn't be on this list.
Gio,
The top 30. No, hear me out.
He's not that far
No,
from
hear
you.
me out, hear me
Okay,
out.
Gio.
He shouldn't be in the top 30 for the sole reason that he averaged 13 points a game in his career.
Okay,
And
but that's
It's
okay.
not even that.
That's not a big deal.
He doesn't have any MVPs.
Exactly.
Like, to
That
me,
too.
Like an MVP gets you so high on my list.
Yes. He's
Okay.
never even been considered to be an MVP. He hasn't even been like top 3, top 5, maybe top 5, but never top 3. You know what I'm saying? So he does not deserve to be on this list. And I think you left off a key player in Allen Iverson. He should be. Now think about this. If Allen Iverson was on that Jazz team with Karl Malone, I think they could have won a championship.
Well,
I think Allen
there-
Iverson is the way more talented point guard than John Stockton.
There is a big. I could have put AI in a top 30, 100%. I just didn't.
Yeah.
But again, this is on how I view
I get it.
basketball and the players. But again,
I
they're
get it.
very close, Gio. You're not. They're right there. They're
I
outside
get
the
it.
top 30.
Listen, bro.
I also don't want to base any lists off what ifs. So
Yes.
that obviously didn't happen.
Yes.
And unfortunately for both of them, they both wound up ringless.
Yeah.
So it is kind of what it is. They both played in finals. Shout
Yeah.
out to them. But
Yeah.
because, I mean, for me, I didn't put either of them in my top 30.
Fair.
So I think it's very subjective when it comes to AI with most people. Most people have them in their top. Some people have them in the top 20. Some people don't even have them in their top 30. So I think it's fair. I have really no issue with Baylor or or Isaiah Thomas
Yeah.
or Charles Barkley. I think that's a decent, based on what he usually does in these lists, I think that's a decent start
That's
for
solid.
kind of what he gives.
Not bad.
Not so bad.
Chris Paul should not be top 30.
Oh, he just cracked top 30. Stop it.
He just fell off my top 30.
Yeah.
So,
He has to be there.
yeah, because when I was doing my rankings, I forgot a player, and I'm like, oh, crap.
I
Chris
was
Paul, sorry.
flip flopping between Kawhi and Chris Paul.
And you chose Chris Paul? Oh my God. Okay.
Yo, give me a rock. I'm gonna throw a rock at
You
him.
chose Chris Paul.
I am gonna throw
Bro,
a rock at this man.
When you see where I put Kawhi, you're gonna have something to say.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are
let's
you,
go.
are you ready for your 5, Gio?
Yes.
Go ahead and read your first 5 players. So read the 5 first, and then we'll
Yeah.
debate.
So I got Allen Iverson at 30, Allen Iverson at 30, James Harden at 29, IT or Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, whatever you want to call him, at 28, Charles Barkley at 27, and Dwayne Wade at 26.
So
Okay.
you're on the lower end of the D Wade
I am.
spectrum. I'm curious
am.
as to why. 'Cause he
I
did
don't-
everything you pretty much asked him to do. He even won a ring without LeBron
He
James.
did, but he went with Shaq though.
But
you know what I'm
Shaq,
saying?
Shaq wasn't good.
Shaq was not
Are you?
good.
Shaq wasn't good.
No, it's not he wasn't good. He just wasn't Lakers Shaq in that series.
It was
Dwayne
the
Wade
year
was the
right
clear
after. It was
best player,
2006.
but he still wasn't as good as he was in 2001 and 2002. Dwayne Wade was the clear best player on that team.
Dwayne Wade was the best player on the team.
And I
yes.
think combining those with the Hedo rings really raises that floor up.
Yeah, I understand, but once again, I'm also evaluating eras, like I said, and I just believe that era of basketball, especially that 2006, 2007 era, it wasn't the best era for basketball in terms of like the talent or in terms of like the teams that were put together. It seemed like it was, I don't know, it was easier to win at that time. And so I'm definitely valuing how hard a championship is or how hard it is to win an MVP in a certain year into the equation. And so that's why I put D Wade a little bit lower. He's still a great all-time player for
Right.
sure, right? So that's why I have him there.
I think that's
Above
fair.
Charles Barkley because he has that championship, right?
Right, yeah. I think there has to be a cap
Yeah.
for 1 ring, no rings,
Yeah.
or whatever as far as that. I feel like if you have 2, you can really go anywhere.
Yeah.
Unless you really want to get into the GOAT conversations, then you're really looking at 4 or 5,
Yeah.
maybe even higher than that.
What do you
I
guys?
I don't. What you were gonna say?
I was gonna say, what do you guys think about my James Harden
I
at
mean,
29?
listen.
What do we think about
they're-
that?
I
they're-
love it.
You love that?
I
I
love
love that
it.
you love it.
I love it.
I mean, they're right outside my top 30. I have no
Yeah.
issue. It's not
Okay.
like a big major jump up, so it's
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
Harden's
okay.
that one player that if he wins a championship, he's gonna balloon up that
For
list.
sure.
Like we're talking like top 15
Yeah.
with 1 championship based
Yeah.
off the body of work. He's
Yeah.
averaging 40, as Stephen A. famously once said.
Yeah.
So not too bad, G.
Yeah.
Ready for my 5?
Let's go.
Here are my first 5 players. So in 30th, I've gone for Scottie Pippen. 29th is Kawhi Leonard.
Mhm.
28th is Elgin Baylor.
Mhm.
27 is the Nasty Man. And 26th is James Harden.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
This
I
is
like it.
this is a very Tyler list to
It's
start.
very
off.
based though.
Very Tyler list.
very based.
I have no issues.
I told you I was going to have the most based list.
I don't think I ever have issues with Tyler's list because it's always like logical
I
and objective and it's straight to the like. You
I
know what I mean?
forgot where I had Karl Malone.
Well, he's definitely higher. You don't have to tell where,
I have,
so that we
Karl
save
Malone,
the
Karl
surprise.
Malone's the next tier.
But-
for me.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know where he is.
I mean, look, pretty
It's
much.
kind of low for Carl.
Yeah,
he
a little
doesn't-
bit.
He doesn't have a
Not much.
championship.
I would put him above Harden though.
I think when we look at prime James Harden and we look at, I value longevity a lot in my sort of rankings. The
Okay.
fact, I feel like we always talk about LeBron and how he plays 23 seasons and he's
Yeah.
still like at the top of his game. We do not talk enough about what James Harden is
Yeah.
doing in this era.
True.
Combine that with prime Harden and everything.
Fair.
We've seen all facets of him. He won a 6 Man of the Year, so he was an elite bench player,
Yeah.
incredible starter. And now we're kind of seeing him as this like starter, good role player type play. He's still good.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I value that more than, that's why I didn't put John Stockton in my top 30. That Jazz team was good. It was fun, but they didn't really accomplish much.
Agreed.
A lot of 60-win seasons that amounted to nothing.
Okay.
So
Oh, let's rock.
yeah, but yeah, I was flip-flopping between Scotty and Chris Paul, but at the end of the day, I feel like I can't have the best Robin not on this list.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I almost had Scotty on the list too. He just got bumped out.
You'll
Yeah.
see where Scotty is on my list.
oh, so you have him higher. Okay, that's
Wow.
interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting. But are we ready for the next section?
Yeah.
All right. So now we're going to get into teams 25 or players 25th through 21st. So we're starting kind of starting to get into some, championship type players and more up the rankings. I am headlining this segment, and here are my next 5 players.
Mhm.
So in 25th, I have Charles Barkley. 24th is Isaiah Thomas. 23rd is David Robinson. 22nd is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Mm.
And 21st is Dirk Nowitzki.
Mhm.
Okay,
Wow.
I really don't have any issues. Me and Tyler are kind of around the same. I think Dirk should be top 20.
Wow.
I tried to make a case for Dirk in top 20, but the guys I have ahead of him, just one more MVPs, one more championships. I think Dirk has the most, or it's either the most
Okay.
or second most impressive championship, one of the hardest
Okay.
to win. You'll see who I have as the other one later on in the list.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I mean,
I have Dirk higher. I know that for a fact, but I also have
Yeah.
Giannis higher. And I'm pretty sure I have Giannis ahead of Dirk.
that's where you messed up.
That's where I messed up.
100%.
yeah,
I think Giannis is a better power forward than Dirk Nowitzki. I think he's more dominant.
I think when
he-
you're looking at a talent, absolutely. But I'm not valuing this list based off talent. I'm focusing
Correct.
on the best NBA players of all time. So what did you do in your career? And when I look at Giannis's career, it was a very slow start, incredible peak, won an MVP and DPOI in the same season, won a championship that I didn't think was all that legit because of the injuries. And then after that, it's been first round exits and calf injuries.
Yeah.
So for me, he's definitely fallen down on my list. He was top 20 before like last season,
Yeah.
and he's kind of gone down.
Yeah.
And
I
for
mean,
me, Charles Barkley, that 25th is the highest you could be without a championship.
yeah, that's solid.
I
That's
couldn't
solid.
justify him higher.
Okay, fair. That's
So-
your criteria.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Also, you guys were a little too low on my boy Zeke.
I do like that you put him higher. I'm fine with that. But, just a smaller guard.
Yeah.
y-
In my
You know what I'm saying?
In my opinion, he's the second most underrated player in NBA history.
That's fair. And I
So-
agree with that. But the thing is, he's 6 foot. And it's hard to be high on my list at that height.
But look, he did more than what Chris Paul did. He actually won the championship
did.
and the finals.
And that's why Chris
MVP.
Paul's not on my list.
Exactly. I guess so. I guess that's fair enough.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Who's got next? Anthony?
Ready for your 5, Antoine?
Yeah.
Read your next 5 players.
All right, so Scotty, not that far up from the list. He's at 25. Giannis is at 24. D Wade's at 23. And Karl Malone at 22. And the other Malone at 21.
Back
Moses.
to back. Okay.
Wanted to have them together. Poor
Nice.
Moses.
Okay.
I do think you are a little low on Moses Malone. I don't the dominance on the glass,
Yeah.
specifically what he did back in his day,
Yeah.
was truly remarkable.
Yeah. I think Giannis is low, man. I feel like
think-
you guys are haters of Giannis.
I'm
I
not.
think Giannis, the way he dominated the game in those like 5 seasons, like in his peak,
Mhm.
just that alone, like I said, I value peaks heavily.
Yeah.
And so like who you are at your peak is who you are. You know what I mean? And
Right.
if you're that dominant in your peak, you should be higher on this list. I think Giannis's peak is higher than all these guys, Malone included. Both Malones.
I think you can. I think that's fair to say. But when I look at like the peak of your career, the peak of Giannis's career would be the championship,
Yes.
the MVP, DPOY. The peak of Dirk for me, like that championship had so much weight to it. That was right when the Heatles were formed, and it was supposed to be this ridiculous all-time team.
Yeah.
And then Dirk just shuts them down in the finals. And to me, I just value that more than the 3 good defensive years with only 1 championship out of Giannis. Because really, that was the only year they truly made a deep run. I think they actually made the conference finals in 2019. But outside of that, they lost in the second round to a 5-seeded Heat team. And then you lose in 23 to an 8 seed in the first round. I know he got hurt, but like, he still played through some of those games.
Mhm.
So for me, I just value Dirk a little
Okay.
bit more on that front.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we can get into more debate, but I'm gonna hold off on that. I got you.
That's fair.
Yeah.
As far as your list goes, Antoine, I really don't have that many issues. I mean, I do think Karl Malone's a little high without a championship,
Mm-hmm.
but I guess it's okay considering he did win an MVP. But I guess it's fine.
Yeah.
Ready for your 5, Giovanni?
Yeah. Let's go.
Read your next 5 players.
Yeah.
What the actual hell?
Wait, so you do have Dirk in the in 21st.
I guess I do.
All right, so yeah, go ahead and
But
read.
you don't see Giannis here. right?
No, but go ahead and read
What
it.
the hell is wrong with you?
No, hear me out.
Just let him read the 5.
What the
yeah.
Oscar Robertson is at 23? Oh
Listen,
my
just listen,
god.
just listen.
I'm just gonna keep his dial lower.
Just listen. Yeah, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna be yelling a lot more if you think this is crazy.
Yeah,
Okay,
I go for it,
So we
G.
got David Robinson at 25, Carl Malone at 24, Oscar Robertson at 23, Moses Malone at 22, and Dirk Nowitzki at 21.
Can I say something first?
Go for it.
First of all, you're a loser. Second off, you're still a loser.
Okay.
Third of all, why? Why is
You-
Oscar 23rd?
This just seems like insane Russ propaganda.
Oh my
We have
Do you forget who Oscar Robertson is?
Tell me who he is right now. Go.
Top 15 of all time.
Okay, you can say that, but tell me why. Go. You don't even know what to say.
That's a Tyler question. I
Tyler,
don't know.
No,
I
bro,
don't,
he's asking you.
I don't know. I mean, can I pull up some stats from Oscar, please?
I mean, yeah, he
Can
averaged a
I-
triple double. Cool.
Can you, can you pull up Oscar's basketball reference page?
He won a chip super late in his career where he wasn't even the first option. Okay, cool.
Something that
What
Russ
else?
doesn't have.
Okay, Oscar.
Why am I typing it on Twitter?
Okay, Oscar. You're talking about someone that averaged 26, 8, and 9, a 6-time assist champion, 11-time All NBA,
Yeah.
Rookie of the Year, MVP on the 75th anniversary team. Is, I mean, I don't know if anybody else is 12-time All Star.
Yeah.
Again, first overall pick by the Cincinnati Royals. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
In 1960, you're talking about Mr. Triple Double himself. Literally averaged 30 points plus for almost 10 seasons. Did drop off a little bit.
He walked so Russ
Mr.
could run.
Triple Double, the original himself, and you're
Here's-
putting him 23rd.
Yeah.
Here's the stat head
He
comparison.
indeed did walk. So he
Look
can
at the
run.
stat head comparison.
Oh my gosh, what are we doing here?
This is the comparison. So I mean, look, Russ. They both have an MVP, so that kind of does cancel out.
Yeah.
I really don't like to count All Stars because it really comes down to health in this current day NBA.
Yeah.
You know, he had more first team All NBAs. He
Okay.
has a championship, regardless of whether he was at his level or not.
Okay.
And
so
he
if Russ
averaged-
gets the championship right now in the Kings,
If
does
Ru-
that even it out?
If the Kings win 50 straight games, then yes. But
Russ does not have anything but the games.
What's funny is
If we're
that
talking about it,
Russ is in the
realistically.
Kings right now, and this is where Oscar, I think, started or finished.
he
I think
started his career with the
Yeah.
Cincinnati Royals, who became the Sacramento Kings,
Yes.
and then I think he won his chip with the Bucks.
Yeah.
Gio, come
So
on.
look, let me just say this.
Come on, be better.
No. Hear me out.
It was with
You
the
have to hear me out.
it was with the Kings. My fault.
Yeah. So listen. Russell Westbrook. His career was plagued by Kevin Durant for majority of his prime. Okay. Now he wasn't getting if we're speaking from statistical perspective, Oscar Robertson was on a team by himself that was pretty much losing most of the time anyways. That team wasn't good. They were a super mid team. So of course he's going to stack up all these stats and his stats are going to look better than Russ's because they're basically inflated. Point number two, he's playing against plumbers and firemen.
I don't
If-
care. That's
No,
how
no,
the league
hear
was.
me
I
out,
don't
bro.
care.
No, this is how
I
look,
really don't care.
this is
That's how the
how-
league was. So then Larry Bird is not one of the best players of all time.
different era. You don't know
So
your
then-
eras.
Okay,
You
Wilt.
don't know your eras.
Wilt is not one of the best players of all time.
That's different.
No, it's not. It's literally the same
It's literally
thing.
not different.
That's different.
It's
No.
literally the same
Okay,
thing.
listen. If you pick up Russ and you implant him into 1960, he's eating Oscar Robertson for dinner.
But keep in
Every
mind,
single
but keep
night.
in mind this: when
Yeah.
you're talking about dropping players, if you're dropping a player from 2026
Mm.
with all the modern technology and training and diet that they're on, and you drop them into the 1960s, they don't have all that training and all those dietary stuff and everything that goes into it.
Yeah,
So that's why I don't
get
like
that.
I don't like to compare eras because I know damn well if Bill Russell trained in this era that was in the prime of his game, he would be
He'd be Draymond Green, bro.
He would be insane. He wouldn't.
Be Draymond.
Dude, he was 6'11". He's 6'11".
He's 6'9". Look it up. He's 6'9".
I think he was listed at 6'10".
Let's pull up his.
He's
basketball
6'9".
reference
I'm pretty
page.
sure he's 6'9".
And Draymond's only listed at like 6'6", no?
He's 6'7".
They're also
Something like
6'10".
that. He's 6'10".
6'10".
That's cap.
It's not-
Bro's
It's
6'9".
basketball
Cap.
reference.
Basketball.
You want to
reference.
go measure him and come back and tell us?
I do. No, you'll
what-
see where I have. If you're gonna go crazy when you see Bill Russell.
when you start to compare eras is when you start to get biased because we obviously did not see Oscar Robertson play back in his day. We've obviously seen a ton of Russell Westbrook and a ton of LeBron
we
James
have some
and
clips
everything.
of Oscar.
We do. No, I'm talking about watching it live without anything to compare it to. We watch players now and compare it to the past. Just like we didn't like when when my dad was growing up, he didn't watch players and compare it back to like Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan wasn't in the league yet. So when you start to compare eras,
I have to.
but I feel like you're comparing it in the wrong connotation,
So then how would you compare errors then?
because when I look at it, I still think averaging 26, what was it, 26, 6,
25,
and 9,
8, and 9.
25, 8, and 9 back in the 60s, playing in Air Force Ones and
No
and
technology.
no technology
What do
back
you mean,
then.
what does technology have to do with
Well,
anything?
there's a lot.
Well,
There's a lot. Basketball has evolved. Don't
Like a gym session back then compared to now, like
There's probably better plays, like coaches have evolved their plays and stuff like that. But what do
Yeah.
you
I'm
mean by
sure there
technology?
was.
Like what technology? All Russ had was basketball. Like he grew up in
No,
in the
but-
slumps of LA.
no, I'm talking about like
What kind of technology did he have?
I'm
that-
talking
you
about
know
when
what
you're
I'm saying?
I'm talking about when you're in the pros. I'm talking about the analytics and all the machines they use
Yeah, and
to
medicine,
track data,
treatment.
tracking data.
Analytics.
It's all there.
Russ never was going off analytics. I'll tell you that. He's the last player to go off analytics.
I guess whatever helps you sleep at
Look,
night.
we're not talking about Russ right now because he's not. You don't even see him on the list yet. So let's
And
just
that's-
move on.
and that's a
Oh
concerning
my
thing.
God! What is this?
Antoine is living his worst nightmare. So I guess we'll just. I mean, the rest of the list looks fine. I don't really have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Dirk. I mean, Karl Malone
Gio,
over David Robinson's crazy.
The
but
thing about I think Gio is okay. This goes back to the conversation of the prototypical sports fan themselves, because everyone tends to compare eras. We do it to MJ LeBron all the time. You're falling that boat right there just because of Oscar.
Right.
But
yeah,
in retrospect, we should just be admiring them because of how great they were, not because they played 50 years ago. They played. They're professionals.
Yeah.
They're one of the best players of all time, regardless of what era they were in.
Yeah.
That's my point.
eras are
But
always.
what
gonna-
I'm saying is we shouldn't look back and be like nostalgic in a way, like, oh man, I miss when Bill Russell was my GOAT. Because of that, he's still my no.
I don't think we're
No,
doing
let's
that.
just be
I
it.
don't think we're doing
I don't
that.
I
do it
think
from-
we are.
I don't do it from that end. I think there needs to be a balance, because a lot of people will either put all their focus on that, saying, "Oh, we done with the '90s and we don't care about who we were playing back in the '60s and '50s," and then you get the old heads who were just like, "Oh, there's no defense in today's NBA. They're just jacking up threes." Both sides are wrong. We all know this, but it's about trying to find that common ground. And I just feel like no one has that nowadays.
No.
I feel like everyone just picks an angle. And in this case, it's different because he's a Russ fan. He's going to be biased regardless of whether it's right or wrong. So I don't blame you for propping up Russ in your all-time rankings. I mean, who wouldn't, right? It's your favorite player. I'm sure, like, if you had Gio's mind, I guarantee you Carmelo would be in your top 15. So I guess it's
Yeah.
just fair
That
to
would be
call
a
it.
shame.
It's fair to call a spade in that sense. But outside of it, it's fine.
But the thing is that Melo has no argument for top 15 all time.
he doesn't.
Russ has some argument for top 15 all time.
I wouldn't say Russ has
Russ
top
doesn't.
15.
Russ does not have an argument. At
I
all
would say
for that.
Russ, no, not top 15. Russ has an argument for
Top
If I'm
20.
being objective,
25.
top 25.
Top 25.
If I'm being objective.
Yeah.
But if I'm being biased, top 20.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah,
so
okay.
let's get to it though. Let's get to it.
Understandable. So now we're going to get into teams ranked 20th through 16th. So now we're really starting to get into some all-time great levels.
Let's go.
I'm going to lower Antoine's dial just a little bit.
Anthony, you're going to love this.
Is Gio first? Oh, he is first.
So
right?
I apologize, viewers. Now I'm going to try my best to get the audio not as peaking as much as I can, but I'm not going to make any promises because he's an Italian man and he is one of the loudest people I know. Gio, you are headlining this segment.
Let's go.
Go ahead and read your next
Yeah.
5 players.
Oh my God!
I love it. All right, ready?
Read your 5G.
So I got Kevin Garnett at 20, Russell Westbrook at 19, Julius Irving at 18, Bill Russell at 17, and Kawhi Leonard at 16.
All right, so there's a lot. There's a lot wrong with this section. I have a lot of questions to ask you.
This is my favorite section of the list. So
Okay.
if you have a question, shoot.
I shout out. You have 2 Nets legends on there.
Yes.
That's really the only 2 problems I don't have with this subsection of 5 players.
I don't have an issue with KG
Yo, can you get the pillow off your head, bro?
or Dr. J.
So really, my only question. I really just have a question for you.
Bill
'Cause-
Russell is top 5 in the history of
No,
the sport
he's
being
not.
created.
He's not.
We already talked about Bill Russell. I'm sure we'll talk about him later on.
Yeah.
We just talked about Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I really just need to know why Kawhi Leonard is 16. That's crazy.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard, man. So Kawhi Leonard could easily be off this list because of injuries,
Right.
but he can easily, I think, be top 15 because of how good he is.
But that's
as a
basing
player.
off as a what if. This
no,
isn't
no,
a what if.
no. I'm not saying what I'm saying based on what he's done. I'm not saying based off what he could do
Okay,
or
so
potentially could do.
real-
I'm saying
okay,
based on what
realistically?
based off what I've seen,
okay.
bro is better than Bill Russell. Bro is
Okay.
better than
Reali-
Julius
because
Irving.
hold
You didn't
on.
see Bill
Bro,
Russell play.
realistically,
I see clips, bro. I see clips.
Realistically,
I can look at a
Okay.
stat sheet and see that
Hold on.
Bill Russell averaged 15 points a game. He's top 5.
okay.
Is that top 5? 15 points a game? Not in my world.
Again,
Not in my
there's,
world.
there's more to the game than points per
Okay.
game.
No, points is the main thing.
No, it's not.
If you look at the top 5, all those guys have MVPs. They've averaged this amount of points per game at probably at least 30 points per game,
Yeah.
right? Bill Russell's never done that in his career. Bro averaged consistently 15, 16 points a game. You can look that up.
Okay,
Okay?
realistically,
Bro
okay.
is the Draymond
That-
Green
that
of 1950 and
that-
60.
scoring was not his MO.
Huh?
Scoring was not his MO.
Okay, so what do you do?
Rebound. He had arguably the highest defensive peak in NBA history.
He great on defense. That's why I said he's Draymond Green. What else did he do?
Defensively and rebounding wise, he was incredible on both.
Okay, so
ends
he's
of
Rudy
that.
Gobert.
You're talking
So
about-
he's Rudy Gobert.
Hold on.
You're trying
talking
to.
about someone
You
that
are-
has.
Comments are gonna hate you, by the way.
You're talking about someone that has rings that don't fit all 10 of his fingers.
Okay.
Championships do factor in when it
He's
comes
11.
to that stuff.
I mean, Kawhi has 2. And listen, I love Kawhi.
Once again,
but you're telling me that just because. Can I talk? Can I talk? Please be quiet for 5 seconds. Okay, Kawhi, the Spurs championship, whatever. You're okay. Got exiled out. Goes to Toronto. You're telling me, okay, yeah, the Toronto championship was great and all. What has happened after the Toronto championship?
let me tell you something.
What has happened?
Let me tell you something.
And just because some miraculous shot went in over Embiid and bounced 10 times on the rim went in? You're telling me that? Okay, come on, Gio.
Yo, Anthony.
That shot went in is one of the lucky shots of
Anthony,
all
I
time.
have-
Bounced
Anthony.
10 times. If that shot does not go in, he's nowhere near this top 15.
Listen. I have a
Because
take.
they don't win the championship.
Listen. Well, you're doing a what if, which
Again,
you
No,
Here's the what if.
You
okay,
just-
fine,
you just told me to
fine.
stop doing what
Okay,
ifs. You're doing it, bro.
But they won it. They did win it, correct. But after the championship, what happened? Where's Kawhi?
Are you gonna let me talk, bro?
You talk. I'll talk. Where's Kawhi
Like,
after the Toronto Raptors championship?
You said that 3
And I
times.
love Kawhi,
I mean,
but
to be fair, he is being consistent of valuing peaks,
Yes.
but I don't.
Kawhi's peak is one of the
It's-
best in
it's-
NBA history.
But I don't. But
it was one season.
peaks.
No,
peaks
it
are not-
wasn't.
peaks are not
His
everything.
Peak was not one.
Peaks are not everything to me.
I understand that, and I understand you, Tyler. Okay, I don't understand, my friend. Okay, let me
It
get to it. Let me
was his
can I
peak.
say something? Can I please say something?
You have Bill Russell, 17. Why have to listen to you?
Kawhi Leonard's 1 championship is better than Bill Russell's 11.
Oh, can we please move on to the other 2? Tyler, can you go? I can't.
Dude,
We're
that's-
not having
Kawhi
this
Leonard's 1
conversation.
championship is better than Bill Russell's
We
11.
are not.
That's
Why?
crazy.
Go to
Once
your
again,
five.
because Bill Russell played against 6'5" firemen and plumbers,
Again,
bro.
You're comparing. We're not
firemen and plumbers.
talking about
They looked at Bill Russell.
comparing.
They looked at
If-
Bill Russell and like, oh my gosh, he's 6'9".
Gio.
Of course,
And-
he's gonna average
and
20 rebounds a game, bro.
Totally
6'9".
disrespectful.
All the
Kevin
other-
Garnett is worse than Russell.
All the other centers in the league at that time, 6'5", 6'6".
You're-
Bill Russell, 6'9". Of course, he's gonna get you 20 rebounds. Are you kidding me?
Gio, you're also forgetting that if Kevin Durant was not injured the whole playoffs, the Warriors probably win that series.
You're doing another what if, bro. You
But
just told me
again,
to stop doing what ifs.
get it.
But
No
I'm
what
just,
ifs.
But I'm just saying though, if he was healthy, that diminishes the whole championship. Because if you're basing it off of one singular thing, then the what ifs can really come into account.
Nah.
When you're looking at it from a, if you're
Listen,
when you're talking about the
Kawhi
injuries,
Leonard
that's
was
fair.
different.
I understand.
Everyone
he
that
was-
watched it knows
I-
Kawhi Leonard
I-
was
I
the
know.
best player in the NBA that
I,
season.
I understand he was different. I had to lower your thing because
Okay.
you were shouting.
I-
I understand that Kawhi is different,
Okay.
but to me, if we're not factoring what ifs,
Okay.
someone who barely plays cannot be this high up on
Let
the
me ask you
rankings.
something right now. Ready?
Yes.
If you're starting a franchise this year, right now,
Mhm.
right? Who are you taking? Kawhi Leonard? Let's assume health is not a factor, right?
Right.
Are you taking Kawhi Leonard or are you taking Bill Russell?
Bill Russell.
Are you kidding me? You're taking okay.
Again, there's a difference.
We're talking about one of
There-
the best
there-
defenders
but
of
there's
all
a-
time.
There's a difference
Okay.
between who's the better player and who's had the better NBA career.
Well, what is this list? Top 30 players of all time, not top 30 careers of all time.
Well,
top
no.
30 players of all
It's-
time. That's what it says right there.
Your
It's a
career
balance.
is your player.
It's a
the
balance.
Same thing.
No, it's both. You have to factor in both things. And what I'm saying,
I am factoring both
Kawhi
in.
Leonard at his peak, Bill Russell couldn't even touch that. He couldn't even touch it.
He couldn't.
Bill
He
Russell, Bill Russell, he had a great,
Bill
he had
Russell
good,
had a
great.
decade of peak.
Bill Russell had a great longevity, right? Because he played on a stacked Celtics team, right? Boston dominated the league. Without Bill Russell on that team, they still would get like 5-6 chips, bro. That's how good that team was.
Well, that's the same
Okay.
thing with Steph and
It's-
KD
bro,
in our modern era.
Good point. But I'm not even there yet. I'm not even at Steph and KD yet. But what I'm saying is Kawhi Leonard, he has the rings. He has that peak, and that's why he's better than Bill Russell. Kawhi Leonard's peak is better. He has the rings. He has the Finals MVP. He has that stuff. That's why he's ahead of Bill Russell.
Tyler, just
That's all I'm gonna say.
Go on to
Yeah.
the next 5.
Look, all I'm gonna say, bro, the Celtics were a bunch of traffic cones before Bill Russell got there.
Well, how do you know that?
Bro, look at the statistics. That's all you got to do.
Sam Jones is also one of the greatest defenders in the
And?
league.
Again,
In history.
Bill Russell's the anchor. That's why the anchor.
So
of
he's
the
Rudy
defense is so
Gobert, bro.
important.
That's my point.
Oh
He's
my
literally
God.
Rudy Gobert on a great team. Rudy Gobert, if Rudy Gobert played in the 1960s, oh my God, he would be the GOAT.
I promise
would be the GOAT.
I promise you, if you talk to LeBron James
That's
himself,
crazy.
he will say Bill Russell over Kawhi.
Let me
probably
tell you something
9
about
out of
LeBron
10.
James. At one point in the league, for 2 seasons, people were talking about Kawhi Leonard being better than LeBron James. And this is in LeBron
They
James
do
is
that
towards
with
the end of
every
his peak.
person coming into
This is
the
towards
league.
the end
That's
of LeBron James' peak. People were saying Kawhi Leonard is better than LeBron right now. Right now. That's what people were saying for like 2-3 seasons.
They
Okay,
said it.
that was a real conversation. And if Bron's so high in you guys' list, which I assume he's probably number 1 for both of you guys, why can't Kawhi Leonard be on this list? That's why he's so high for me. Okay, let's continue.
Okay. I guess whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tyler.
But I mean, to me,
You
it's
can raise me up a little bit more.
yeah. To me, Russell Westbrook's the most flagrant placement on this list. But I'm just not. Gonna
Just
talk
leave it.
about
Just leave it. Just
because
leave
that's
it.
objectively insane.
Just leave it.
I didn't even talk about Russ.
Just
Can I
leave
talk
it.
about
No,
Russ?
no,
we're
just
we're
leave
40
it.
minutes in.
All right,
Just
fine.
leave it. We
Oh
gotta
my
keep
God, I
going.
should have talked about Russ
Talked
instead of
ad
Bill
nauseam.
Russell, man.
Well, because we talked about Russ with the Oscar stuff.
Yeah, but you guys like didn't let me speak.
Listen, it's fine. It's where he is. It's whatever.
It's
but
also
it's
it's
fine.
also heavily biased, so it's not.
fine.
no,
like-
I had some things to say, but it's all right. We
No.
can move on.
we could talk about it if there's other point guards and stuff on here.
Yeah.
So you ready for my 5?
Yeah.
Here are my next 5 players. So in 20th, I have Dwayne Wade. 19th is Kevin Garnett. 18th is Moses Malone. 17th is Dr. J, Nets legend. And in 16th, I've gone for the OG triple double, Oscar Robertson.
All right. Tyler,
Oscar's too high.
he's not.
I did lower him, by the way.
Okay.
He was like
even higher?
he was in my top 15,
Wow.
and then I kind of reevaluated my list just to scan it through, and I lowered him down.
Oscar's great, but he's too high for me. I think that Moses Malone is in a good spot. I think I probably should have put Moses Malone higher if I'm being honest.
By
But
far,
that's a good spot.
By far the best rebounder of all time.
Yeah.
It's not even a debate.
Well, I have some
The
guys.
the number I think he had. I
well,
think
according
he
to you, Bill Russell.
well, I said he's a better defender.
Oh, okay.
Moses has like I think he has several rebounding titles.
Yeah.
He was just like eating them up in Air Force Ones
Yeah. Yeah.
back
He
in that day. Could just
dominated his
imagine
era.
if he had the training like in today's world, like he'd be so good.
he would be.
But yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like this was the easiest batch of 5 players to kind of place. But yeah, I do have Dwayne Wade over Dirk Nowitzki just for the fact of he does have that non-Heatles Finals MVP.
Yeah.
And to me, that definitely raised his floor a lot.
It's fair. I like it.
So do you have any issues with that, Antoine?
No, I'm looking at my top 5. The one that's going to come in now, I think one of them is going to cause controversy, and I probably should have
love
put
it.
him higher because
Stand on business, bro.
looking at the list right now,
Stand on business, bro.
actually,
You have to stand on business, bro. This is your list.
no, you know why? Because, okay, I know why.
Yeah,
And I'll say it.
stand on business. So you're ready to get into your next 5.
Yeah.
Read your next 5 players.
So at 20 is David Robinson.
Yeah.
19 is Dr. J. 18 is Dirk. This is where everyone got so much controversy. 17 is Nikola Jokic. And 16 is Kevin Garnett.
All right. So I see why you wanted to change it. I see why you wanted to change it because Jokic is definitely better than Garnett, in my opinion.
Can I tell you why?
Tell me.
Because he's still a current player. We don't know if he is.
I think already he
I
is.
think he's already done enough. They both.
I
KG has 1 MVP. Jokic has 3. They
Yeah.
both have a championship.
Yeah.
Jokic is about to break the triple double record. He has one of the. I think he has like 5 out of the 8 highest box plus minus seasons in NBA history.
okay. Can I tell you, looking back at the list now, what I said before, where I would move him up to if
Yeah.
I was?
Mm-hmm.
Now that you told me the KG stuff,
Yeah.
What?
I would probably move him up to probably 14 or 15.
Still
Still kind of low, to be honest.
Really?
with
You think so?
I think he's flirting with the top 10. I don't think he's there yet, but I think he's pretty damn close.
I don't
We're
know.
on
The
the same
guy,
page with that.
I don't
Yeah.
know. The guys that I have,
Well, again, we can
talking
talk about it
about-
when we get there, but he's
Um,
definitely better than Kevin Garnett. I don't even think that's a debate, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know
yeah.
why I put. Did I
You just
did-
like
did-
KG a
did-
lot. I
Did
know that.
Did I mess up there when I was doing that?
No, I don't think
list?
so. I think you just like KG.
No, because now looking at it, I was like, why is Jokic 17 even before you put it up?
Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know. That might have been an oopsie on
Listen,
me.
I think-
everybody.
I think Jokic is better than Bill Russell.
I
I hope you guys think the same thing. Jokic, oh my God, Jokic would cook Bill Russell. It's not even
Yeah,
funny.
that,
Oh my God.
that might have been an oopsie on me because I was changing players a lot.
Was it?
I mean, I have it here. It's Nikola Jokic 17. Yeah, I mean, I'll go as high as probably 13 or 14.
Okay, cool.
Okay, realistically,
That's fair
Cool,
enough.
cool, cool.
that
I
might have been
guess
an
it's
oopsie
fine.
for me.
Other than that, bro, what else?
But no, that's it. Dirk, KG,
Yeah, that's pretty,
Dr. J, David
pretty
Robinson.
standard.
Yeah, I don't really
mean,
have a problem. I like that you have David Robinson in the top 20. That's pretty dope.
I think
Yeah.
he's all right.
I mean,
think
he has an MVP, he has the championships.
He fought in the military.
Did he?
Shout out. Yeah.
That's why they
yeah.
call him the Admiral?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
He went to Navy.
I thought you're not allowed
World-
if you're like
World
7 foot. I thought you're not
World-
allowed to be in
World
the
War
He,
II.
military.
no, for the draft. You can enlist back
Oh,
in back
okay.
day. You
Yeah,
could
he
enlist. Yeah.
fought
Bro
World,
was a huge target.
Yeah.
he fought World War II.
Okay.
Mhm.
Wait, what?
I don't think no. World War II in the 40s?
Wait, so what war was it?
Bill
then?
Russell would have fought in World War II, bro.
Which
Not
war was
him.
it then? I forgot. Maybe it was the Cold War.
Vietnam or Korean
It was
War.
one of the
One of
two.
them. One
Okay.
of them.
All right,
Yeah.
fair enough.
That
Alright.
might have been the craziest thing you
That's
said on this
hilarious.
show.
World War II is hilarious.
Yeah. So, are you ready to get into the next batch of players?
Yes, please.
All right, we're into the top half. This is 15th through 11th. Antoine, you are headlining this segment. Go ahead and read your next 5
wow.
players.
All right, so 15 is Oscar.
Wow.
14 is Jerry West, the logo himself. 13 is KD. 12 is Akeem. And 11 is Kobe. Now, again, if Jokic, I think it was an oopsie by me. He would probably, if you move Oscar and Jerry West down, that would leave Jokic at probably 13 or 14. I think
So
KD
behind
would've been
KD or ahead of KD?
I think behind KD. So
disagree.
14, I would go up as high as
Kevin
14 for
Durant.
him.
Kevin Durant had so much potential to be like top 10,
Yeah.
but then his legacy was destroyed for me. I couldn't do it. But we'll get into that later.
I mean, but we're
Other
not,
than that, I
the-
think
I get it, but he won the Finals MVPs for both of them. He was,
Yeah.
he was the best player,
yeah, but
regardless.
What has
once again,
what
he
has he done
left.
since?
Huh?
What has he done since?
I
Good
get
question.
it. I
He
mean,
won-
same thing with Kawhi.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
that
it's
is-
different. It's
No,
different.
it's not.
Because
What has he done after
because
the
Kawhi
championship?
Leonard joined the Raptors, who were a terrible team.
He didn't join him. He got traded because he was exiled
Yeah,
out of
well,
San
yeah,
Antonio.
he went to the
No,
Raptors.
he wanted to leave San Antonio.
yeah, he did.
And then
So,
Kevin Durant, he joined the best team in the NBA. But not only that, he left a good team in Oklahoma and joined the team that beat him. That's why he ruined his legacy for me. It brought him down so much, lost so much respect, legacy destroyed. Okay, so that's Kevin Durant. I still have him high because he's such a talented player.
right.
But that's all I gotta say about KD.
Yeah,
he could have been higher.
I
That's
think
what I'm saying.
KD used to be in my top 10. And just based on how the past couple seasons have gone, has not impressed me because he's been in championship scenarios, whether it's in Brooklyn, in Phoenix, and obviously now in Houston. The team just doesn't look good. And there seems to be a common denominator with all these problems, and it's Kevin Durant. So, it kind of is what it is. I really don't have an issue with much else. Actually, I do.
What?
Why the hell is Hakeem outside
Yeah.
your top 10?
Yeah. I think
well,
I've
let's
Hakeem in
pull up
top
my
10.
list
That's crazy.
because everybody in the top 10, in my eyes,
Hakeem's
is
better
better
than
than
Kobe.
Hakeem.
Hakeem is better than Kobe.
Agreed, yeah.
Am I crazy?
No, you're not, because I agree with you.
I think Kobe fans are gonna hate us, bro. But it is what it is.
I
I think we all have Kobe out of our top 10.
think I see, but I mean it's very interchangeable. When I was doing the list, I saw Kobe better than Hakeem. I think they're both probably the same level, but I mean, I saw Kobe play. That's why I think I'm a little biased towards that.
That's
I didn't
fair.
see Akeem play, but I know Akeem is one of the best. Of course, he's better than KD, Jerry Oscar. He's right outside the top 10.
Yeah.
There may be some bias there.
Hakeem-
I agree, but
I'll
I
talk
think
about-
I
I'll
think
talk
they're
about
both
Hakeem.
on the
Yeah,
same
please.
level.
When I get to Hakeem, I'll talk. When he
Okay,
gets up
we'll
on my
talk about it.
rankings, we'll
Gotcha.
talk
Yeah.
about it. So, but yeah, Kobe fans, I just apologize because it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
Not with us, at least.
No, a lot of the podcasts I've seen, people have been putting him like anywhere between like 8 and 14.
I don't
Which
think-
is fine.
I
I'm
don't
fine
think
with that.
Kobe is
8
top 10.
fine.
I don't think he is
I
anymore.
don't think he's outside.
He used to be top 10, but
I think he was 10 at one point.
yeah, so that's fair. But Gio, ready to get into your next 5?
Let's do it.
Go ahead and read your next 5.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So I do have Kobe in the top 10. Okay. I forgot where I put him.
You probably put-
Giannis. Yeah,
Wait,
boy.
didn't he really put Giannis on there or no?
No, it was just us.
Yeah, y'all talked about
Oh
him.
wait, I thought.
Wait a second.
No, you didn't put Giannis.
Okay.
Okay.
So Giannis at
Are
15.
you sure?
Kevin Durant at 14, Nikola Jokic at 13, Jerry West at 12, and I'll probably switch Jokic and West, but that's fine. West at 12 and Curry at 11.
I really thought you were going to put Curry in your top 10.
Couldn't
It
do
was
it.
funny. You said last week, too, that Kobe was outside your top 10.
I
And you
thought
put him
it-
in the top 10.
Yeah, I thought I had him out. I don't know. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
know what I did.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I am too.
I guess why Steph Curry outside the top 10? Because,
So that's your question.
yeah.
I mean,
Why is Curry out of the top 10?
Try and
Yeah.
be objective here because I know you hate him.
it's a lot better than I thought.
No, I
it's
don't
a-
hate Steph Curry.
It's a lot better than I thought where he was gonna put him.
I thought he was going to
Yeah.
place him outside his top 15.
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
be
I'm
honest.
not that dumb. I just think that Curry. All right, when you look at it earlier in his career, Stephen Curry up until like 2016, he couldn't do anything in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I wouldn't say anything, but he wasn't kind of like that.
He didn't arrive.
He didn't arrive, I
Right.
guess you can say. And he didn't. He had Andre Iguodala win the Finals MVP, of course, and that kind of left a bad taste in my mouth for Curry. I'm like, bro, that's got to be you, bro. Even though they won, it's got to be
Right.
you, Curry, right? And the next season, he comes up short to Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie's everyone's talking about who's better, Kyrie, Curry, who's better, right? So that was a conversation in 2016. Then we get to 2017, and Kevin Durant joins the team. So those two championships, in my opinion, are BS. That's just me, though. That's
But
just me. That's
if
just me.
any- if-
They are championships, 100%, no asterisk next to it.
No, but what I'm saying, though, is that it should only be for Kevin Durant. Like, the players can't control
I know
that
that.
KD went there.
I know that. But what I'm saying is the championship goes to the whole team. And KD going there, I know that should only apply to Kevin Durant, but unfortunately for me at least, it applies to the whole team. I think that team got just what's the word? I can't find the word for it, but puffed up. Like they just got I can't explain it.
Well, it's they get like on steroids.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
on steroids. Like no, like
Like-
everyone knew. Like I stopped watching the NBA honestly when that happened.
Well,
I'm
you're
like,
a
bro,
Russ fan,
I think
so-
a lot of us.
Well,
did.
that's part of it.
Yeah. I
But
think
a
a
lot,
lot of us
of
did.
us stopped
A lot of us
watching
did.
because everyone kind of knew it was going to happen for the next 2 or 3 years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, like, what is this? Like, we're not watching this, right?
Yeah.
And so he won those 2 championships. Obviously, KD wins both of those Finals MVPs. Once again, Curry doesn't have one of those.
That's probably why he has Kawhi so high because he took down the Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of
I
it.
Part
get
of
it.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
I do.
So, what else?
I'm
Stephen
not-
Curry. What elevated him for me? Because he would have been like 15 if it wasn't for that. But then he won again by himself. This is where he actually arrived.
That ring was.
He arrived. That was huge for him.
You can put an asterisk on honestly every championship in the past however many years except that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
That
like,
one was huge for him.
Yeah.
That elevated for me. I was a Curry hater before, but then when he won that, I'm like, I can't even hate bro anymore.
you can't.
And then he rose up to the ranks. He's number 11 for me now. So
Yeah.
that's all I got.
How would you rank Clay?
Clay's not even in the top 100.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't put
I
him in
don't
there
know.
either.
Maybe
for being
top
honest.
100.
I think he
But-
probably would make. I think he
I'd have
probably
to
would
see.
crack it.
Maybe.
I mean, he's one of the best shooters of all time. That has to be
Yeah.
said for something. But as far as the rest of the list goes, I don't really have a problem.
I mean, Giannis. I'm not even.
I
He
would
said,
just-
he said he
Giannis
had
is
Giannis.
very high, but I understand it because Giannis's peak is insane.
Insane, bro.
But I do
We're
think
forgetting.
I do think there's a gap between him and KD and Jokic.
Okay.
Okay,
So
fair.
who would you put like that
Well,
I
it's
had
fine.
earlier?
It's fine. Jokic and
Like-
KD are above Giannis.
Yeah, I would just lower Giannis and bring
yeah,
up
that's it.
someone
Bring
from.
up all the guys up from before.
Okay.
Yeah,
got it.
that's
Got
it.
it. Got it. Okay.
That's honestly like I wouldn't have hated as much if you put Bill Russell in this tier. If you put Bill at 15, I wouldn't have had a problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
I had to
So,
put him in all the
I know you
had
did.
to. I had to.
Are you ready for my 5?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Here are my next. Oh, I clicked off screen. Sorry. Here are my next 5 players.
Wow.
So in 15th, I've gone for Kevin Durant. 15th is Nets legend Kevin Durant. 14th is Jerry West. 13th is Wilt Chamberlain.
Wow.
12th is Nikola Jokic. And 11th is Kobe Bryant.
Wow. Okay.
I think the only issue, I mean, Wilt is not far off from my
Really?
placement. I mean, Wilt is
I
top 10.
Wilt pretty high.
13, it's not that far. I see his argument because Kobe and Jokic, so I get it. I don't know who 10 and 9 are. Probably Steph and somebody else, which I get it. Okay.
Look. Can I
I'm
say
not
something?
gonna
Yeah.
fight
So
that.
Wilt being below Jokic, I think I have a problem with that. I do.
I think it's
I
kind
have
of
a problem with that.
At this point, I think.
Why?
At this point, I think Jokic has passed him. I think Jokic, if you're comparing
what way?
if you're comparing everything as far as because obviously we know the English statistics of both of them are honestly at this point kind of negligible because they both stuff the stat sheet with everything as far as that goes. Obviously, they both have loads of MVPs. They both have championships. They have the same amount of finals MVPs. They both have 1. I think Wilt has 2 championships. And like I said, Wilt had the potential to really climb the mountaintop into the top 5.
Yeah.
But that whole era with the dominance you had on the floor, and you were bested by Bill Russell in the playoffs
come on.
countless times. You managed to get one, like as someone who scored 100 in a game and someone who would average 50 in a season, you could only amount 2 championships in that era.
Bro.
To me, that's like a major red flag. And while I do believe the 100-point game happened, I used to be a critic of it. It still really doesn't raise him higher anymore. He's always been in that spot for me.
Okay.
As far as that goes. Even me as a Kobe hater, I do think Kobe's above Wilt.
I think we're forgetting.
I was gonna get to that, but it's okay.
I think we're forgetting that Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 points in a season. Are we forgetting that?
That's
I get it.
cool,
Dude,
but
It's
Are
the
you kidding
argument-
me?
It's the argument that we said before with Oscar,
not all-
with
it's-
you,
it's
and
not
me.
all about
It's-
points for me.
But the reason why
It's just
I
not.
understand that, but 50 points, bro, like you're scoring half of the team's points every single night. That's insane. Right?
get
So
it.
if people go crazy, oh, Luka dropped 50 tonight. Dude, not Bill Russell. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50, bro. Like that's insane.
I
to me.
think Tyler, if for Tyler's
with no
list,
threes.
for Tyler's list, I probably would have.
He dunked everything.
I mean, you said you have Kobe over Wilt, so that's not going to change.
Mhm.
Realistically, I probably would have moved Jokic, Wilt up 1, Kobe to 13.
I also consider
Realistically,
matchups.
I don't
I
know.
couldn't justify putting Kobe below that. I feel like 12. I mean, honestly, top 10, you really can't get in there without 2 rings. So that's why Jokic isn't in the top 10. Otherwise, I easily would have put him there.
Yeah.
But I think when you combine it like that, Kobe has 5 of them. He does have an MVP.
Yeah.
I just think the whole body of work of his career right now, Jokic will pass him by the time he retires. That's like a given. But that's kind of where I have it right now.
I get it.
So,
All right, fair.
But again, Gio, if you're considering matchups,
Yeah, I am.
that's the thing. Bill Russell eliminated Wilt Chamberlain in the playoffs.
Dude, bro, like this goes back to why though. Like the Celtics were freaking stacked. But
And-
if you look at the 1v1 matchup, Wilt Chamberlain won those matchups from a statistical perspective.
Right, but I'm not talking about
I understand
who's better.
that.
I'm actually
team success.
it's
I
a
get
team
it.
sport.
I get it.
I'm not
Team
basing
success.
it fully off points and individual
I get it.
success.
But if we look at the matchups, Wilt won those matchups.
And congratulations to him, but who wound up with the championship that year?
Team
Wasn't
success.
him. Exactly.
Team success.
But team success does play a factor. I feel like you can't
One player isn't the
it
whole
plays
team.
a factor. No,
It
100% it does.
Because how would you rank Chris Paul if he had 3 championships?
He would be higher.
The
But
team,
it would have to be like, what did he do
Right.
in those championship
But
runs? That's
the-
what matters for me.
right? But the finals runs he had, like in 2021, he was extremely vital
Right.
in that team success, but he didn't score a lot of points.
Right.
That's why it's more than just the points per game.
No, it is. It is. It's the eye test. It's everything, right?
Yeah.
But that's all I gotta say. And also one more thing:
Mhm.
in a matchup between Jokic and Wilt, I got Wilt winning that because Jokic had issues against Dwight Howard.
Well,
If he has issues against Dwight Howard in his last season in the NBA, he's gonna have major issues against Wilt Chamberlain. That's all I gotta say.
He had issues with Dwight Howard because Anthony Davis was also next to him. So it's the double bigs where Jokic struggled with. In
I think it
single
was mostly that Dwight Howard got under his skin. I'm pretty sure. I
he
remember the
did,
playoffs.
and that was also the year before his MVP peak. His peak really was from like 2021 to now.
all right.
But when there's 2 bigs, that's when he tends to struggle. But on the defensive end, Jokic is he's not the greatest defender.
He's solid.
He's solid. He's
Yeah.
just smart. He's smart with his size and what he does.
Fair.
But yeah, offensively, I still think Jokic. In my opinion, I think he's
He's
one
more
of-
well-rounded. Will is more
Yeah.
dominant.
I
I'll
think
just say that.
I think Jokic is one of the best offensive players ever, which is why he's
Yeah.
so high. I think he's one. I think he's probably top 3 scorers of all
Offense
time.
scorers.
As far as like
I wouldn't not say
3,
that.
I mean, anytime he takes a floater or a mid range, do you genuinely think it's missing?
Well, yeah, I understand he's good at it, but like I would say offensively, because he has all the assists, he's kind of the floor general while also being the leading scorer, which is a feat in
I
itself.
mean, in that
But in terms of scoring, I got Kobe above Jokic. If we're
I
talking
don't
about
know.
scorers, yeah.
If we're looking at his championship run in 2023, when he averaged a 30-point triple double and shot 48% from 3, there's no stopping this dude.
Yeah.
So I
And
think
he's also 7 foot.
there was a stat from that finals against Miami. He shot 70% from the free throw line in.
Mm.
Like that's crazy.
That's impressive.
That's ridiculous numbers. Only dunkers do that.
Yeah.
So that's why. I mean, I really tried to make a case for Jokic over Kobe, but for my sake and my sanity's sake with the comments, I just could not.
Yeah.
So Kobe is at 11th.
Fair.
All right. We're about an hour in. It's
Yeah.
time to get
We
into
gotta
the
get
top
going.
10.
Let's go.
'Cause
Let's go.
I got to get going soon.
Yeah.
This is teams 10 through 6. This is me headlining this section. And here are my next 5 players. So
Let
in
me see.
10th
Very good.
place, I've gone for Steph Curry. 9th, I have Bill Russell. 8th is Shaquille O'Neal. 7th is Hakeem Olajuwon. And 6th is Tim Duncan.
Very good, except for Bill Russell.
I mean,
Get him
yeah,
out of there.
Bill's a little higher on my list.
Well, yeah, you already mentioned he's
He
top
is top
5.
5. I have no issues really because again, all these players are some of the best players. Shaq, I think is okay.
Shaq's higher for me.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Shaq's way higher for me.
A little bit, but not much. Steph is we have Steph in the same place.
Yeah.
I'll say that already.
I used to my
Um,
ranking used to be Shaq 6, Duncan 7, Hakeem 8. And then I
Okay.
really started thinking a lot about Hakeem Olajuwon.
Talk about it.
And I'm starting to get a little sick and tired of the disrespect towards my guy over here. Because in my opinion, the 90s were by far the hardest era to win in because you had a literal god squad in Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. And once he retired, you had the next god squad of the Lakers and the Spurs kind of forming along that end when they got Kobe and Shaq together. And then you had Tim Duncan and David Robinson when they first got into that like duo.
Yeah.
And you look at
How many chips does he have? 1 or
Who?
2?
Hakeem, he's back to back.
Back to back. Okay.
So
In what year again?
94 and 95.
Right.
So the reason why Hakeem is so high for me, if you look at the 90s just in its broad and form, the Bad Boy Pistons win, or not the Bad Boy Pistons win their championships, they repeat, and then Jordan and the Bulls really come alive. And then he retires around, I forgot what year it was. Was it right before the back-to-back? So he
Think so.
wasn't playing.
Yes.
And the league has never been more wide open than the Eastern
Yeah.
Conference right now.
yeah.
That was like the last time I remember it being that wide open.
Yes.
And Hakeem Olajuwon just steps up and absolutely shows out. Not you have a dominant season in 94 and you just run through everybody and get to the championship and win.
Yeah.
And then the next season, the Rockets have a championship hangover from hell. You finish as a 6th seed with Otis Thorpe, Kenny the Jet Smith, and the ghost of Clyde Drexler at 33 years of age. And you go in, you knock out a 60-win John Stockton and Karl Malone. You go in and knock out I think you knock out the Spurs and the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. And I think you beat rookie Shaq in the finals one of those 2 years.
No.
I don't remember which year it was. I get foggy with because it was back to back. Everything's kind of similar. But the 95 Rockets, in my opinion, have the most impressive championship of all time. And Hakeem Olajuwon is the reason for it. Big men today, the footwork they have is because of that man right there.
100%.
And the reason why he is not higher, oh, that was a big phlegm ball, sorry. The reason why he is not higher is because the Rockets did absolutely nothing to help him out.
Yeah.
He should be in the top 4. If the Rockets were a serious franchise back then, if they did what they did for Harden in the 2010s by just bringing in stars left and right to try and make this work, he would be in GOAT conversations.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a shame.
He's that good.
Yeah.
Can you talk about like offensively, defensively, like
In my opinion,
Rebounding,
he's the best defender of all time in totality. I think everything he did on both ends. He had people were sleeping on his mid-range game too.
yeah.
He was good. The Dream Shake. Oh, I love
My
Hakeem, man.
goodness, yeah.
I really wanted to put him above Tim Duncan, but Tim Duncan was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, 5 championships,
Yeah.
the most mechanically sound player of all time. But yeah, Hakeem, I'm sick and tired of the disrespect, man.
Yeah.
Put
I
some
respect
respect
it,
on
man.
his name.
I really do respect that. I like that you have him over Shaq. It makes sense, but by the way I'm going with my list, I couldn't do it.
Look, I understand. I
couldn't do
understand
it.
just you as a person.
Yeah.
So
I get
just-
it though.
I
I
can't from
completely
that.
understand. Hakeem is amazing. So yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously Bill, Steph are pretty self-explanatory for me. I used to not think Steph was in my top 10 until the 2022 championship.
Yeah.
So shout out to Steph. All right, Antoine, you're for your 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
Read your next 5 team or players.
All right. So 10 is Steph, 9 is Wilt, 8 is Larry, 7 is Tim, and 6 is Shaq.
Why is Larry Bird at
That's
8, bro?
crazy.
That's
what?
where Larry is on my list.
Why?
Because I value Tim and Shaq a little more.
Oh my gosh, dude! I thought you said you
Dude, he's like a consensus top 5 at least.
isn't.
I
Didn't he
mean-
say he likes the players that look like him?
no,
Isn't
no,
that
No,
what
but
he-
he, no,
I mean,
'cause
listen.
Stockton's small. Larry Bird's like 6'8".
Listen,
Okay,
at
so-
5 is Bill Russell. I mean, I could swap Bill and Larry
No,
realistically.
you have to stand on business.
Um,
You literally just went on a whole 30-minute
no.
tirade on him for putting Bill
Yeah,
Russell
I
that
know.
the
low.
best player in Celtics history is Larry Bird.
I agree.
Everyone agrees with that.
Yeah.
Everyone agrees with that. So I don't know why
But
Larry Bird is this low.
this is not best Celtics players of all time.
Well, even still,
this is
they-
best 30 players
They,
of all time.
they both played for the same team their whole career.
yeah,
So it doesn't really matter.
yeah.
I get it.
Look, I just completely disagree.
Where's Larry in your easy
He's
5?
probably top 3 for me, top 4 probably. Yeah,
Top 3,
yeah,
top 4.
he's him.
Wouldn't-
He's him.
I mean, you can clearly tell he's in my top 5.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, he's built in both of your top 5s.
yes.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I had Larry at 8.
Yeah. Okay.
I value Tim and Shaq a little more.
Wilt Chamberlain in the top 10. Okay.
Yeah,
I
well,
think he's in my top 10 as well.
Yeah.
I don't really have an issue with anyone
Curry,
else.
Duncan,
I like where Duncan's at. I like where Curry's at.
Shaq over Duncan. I like.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
I used
like
to have
that.
Shaq over Duncan, but I changed.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
cool.
guess again, this is the time where like I like was doing this. I had Larry at 8. Maybe tomorrow I might have Larry above Tim and Shaq.
Stand on
You
business,
just can't
bro.
stand on business.
No, I don't stand
bro.
on business, bro.
You have to stand on business, man.
No, but I think right now I still choose Larry at 8.
All right.
I think
Okay.
I don't think I'm changing that.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yeah.
You ready for your 5, Vonnie?
Yeah, let's go.
Go ahead and read your next 5 players.
So I do have Kobe at 10. I have Hakeem at 9, which I'm
I
disagreeing
respect
with
that.
myself. I
Mhm.
am. Will at 8, Tim Duncan at 7, and Kareem at 6.
That's honestly
Why?
a little low.
Why is Kareem at 6?
Actually,
I think you.
I don't disagree with Hakeem. I think Hakeem is where he's supposed to be.
Kareem is miles better than Larry Bird.
Kareem?
Miles
I
better.
don't think so. I don't think so. Personally,
Kareem is
I personally don't
Kareem
think.
is in
I
my
understand. Traditionally, people put him in their top 3. I get
Kareem
that.
is in my top 3.
I know that. I bet he is. You're a very conventional dude, but he's not top 3 for me. He's top
It's
6.
not just conventional. It's because that's where he is the all-time leading scorer. Now it's LeBron,
It's
obviously.
LeBron.
Yeah.
He played 25 seasons, bro. What do you want? What do you want?
I mean,
Play
it's top
25
10,
seasons.
whatever. But again,
To-
Kareem should be top 5.
Again,
His
to-
skyhook, yeah, cool.
I mean, for me, with Kareem, it's the fact that he also won a championship, not with the Lakers, that rose it up a bit. Because we all know that Lakers team was stacked with all those guys, but he won one in Milwaukee. Like, that's impressive,
yeah.
That was with Oscar, I think.
I think.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I guess that could also mean why Giannis was so high on your list, because
yeah,
the first championship since Kareem.
yeah.
But, yeah, no, I have that's flagrant placement.
So I don't understand the Kareem hype, to be honest. What is the hype about Kareem? Can you guys explain it to me? To me, he's just a. I can't explain.
pull up
Like,
his
he's just a
resume.
super tall player for his time. He's 7'1",
He's 7'2".
7'2",
7'2", 225.
and so that skyhook is obviously unguardable. But then besides that, like, he's not that impressive to me.
I mean, listen, we didn't
It's
watch
really
him.
not.
I'm just going off of what we know, the stats. I mean, we weren't alive. I mean, we know he's the leading scorer of all time. I mean, I
Second.
put that. Well, yeah, but before LeBron came in,
So is Karl Malone, but Karl Malone's at 20.
Karl Malone's a different thing. Kareem played for the Lakers.
Karl
Karl didn't play for the
Karl
Lakers.
Malone did play for the Lakers.
He
And
did.
Karl
Oh, he
Malone
did?
2004.
and Karl Malone somehow didn't win a championship.
Okay.
So
I get it. But
It's. I mean,
I think Kareem's overrated.
He's not,
honestly.
Actually, more people think Duncan's overrated than Kareem.
I don't think Duncan's overrated. I think Duncan is insanely good. Can I talk about Duncan a little bit?
You can, but before you do, Kareem's resume: 19-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ, rebounding champ, 4-time block champ, 6-time NBA champ, 15-time All-NBA, 11-time All-Defensive. He was Rookie of the Year, 2-time Finals MVP, 6 MVPs. The 6 MVPs is why he's so high for me.
That's fair. He has 6 MVPs. But who was in the league, bro? The 70s was such a dry point, and that's why people say once the 80s came on, Magic came in, Bird came in. They saved the NBA. Why? Because Kareem was leading the NBA down a dry path. It was a dry path in the 70s.
His last MVP he won, the voting involved Dr. J, Larry Bird,
What year was it?
This was 1979-80.
79-80. So Bird was a rookie. Okay.
If you look
Bird was a rookie, so of course he's not going to win MVP.
Yeah.
Dr. J was already old. His prime, Dr. J's prime was in the ABA when he was with, I think, the Nets. So he was older. He was still good, but of course he's not going to win the MVP.
Right.
So of course I had to go to Kareem.
But I mean, if you also look at,
there's not as much competition, and that's what I'm saying.
But
the competition level in the 70s was very bad.
I mean, if you look at the last 4 years, the MVP's literally been between 2 people, and the rest of the league, there's just no competition between them. And the agendas have already been set on the MVPs at the start of the season. So it's kind of the same thing, no?
It's different because now there's social media involved. And
exactly,
yeah.
I don't
think all I'm saying is, all in all, I just think that Kareem's a little bit overrated because of the era he played in. So if you look at it, Bill Russell and Wilt dominated the 60s together. So there was really no one in the 70s. And that's where Kareem kind of just completely took it by himself.
And credit to him for doing that.
Great credit to him. That's why he's this high for me. He's number 6. But I just don't think that because there's no competition. Like, think about like Bill Walton. Like, come on, bro. He's good.
Bill Walton was really good.
Don't get me wrong. He's really good. But he's nowhere near top 30, top 40.
But also
not even top 50.
But also
or
keep
60.
in mind, though, the MVP is not necessarily the best player. It just has to go to the best season. Like last year when SGA won, we knew Jokic was still the better player. So I think it comes down to, and it's a singular season thing.
Yeah.
And I think winning 6 of them is really difficult.
It is.
So
I guess he's the reason why people like voter fatigue.
Yeah.
You know, I guess he started, and that's why he's high.
Exactly.
Number 6. Yeah.
So not too bad.
Yeah.
Into the top 5 we
Top
go.
5.
Obviously, we could talk about Tim Duncan another day just because I know Antoine needs to go.
Yeah, I'm on a time crunch.
Yeah. So obviously, these are the 5 best players in NBA history. This should be pretty straightforward for most of us. So Antoine, we're going to start with you. Oh, Gio, we're going to start with you. Go ahead, Gio, and read your top 5.
All right. So, yo, you're trolling me, bro. Yo, I saw Draymond and I almost had a heart attack, bro. I almost had a heart attack, I swear. Okay. Magic Johnson at 5. Larry Bird at 4. Who did I put at 3 again?
Here, I'll read your 5 again. But for the audio listeners, I put Draymond at 3, LeBron at 2, and Rudy Gobert at number 1. So,
well, according to him, Rudy Gobert, if he played in the 60s, he would be number 1.
I put Bill Russell in 9th, not first.
Okay, fair.
But anyways, Gio, now read your 5.
Okay, my 5.
Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, this is a little crazy now that I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson at 5, Larry Bird at 4, Shaq at 3, LeBron at 2, Michael Jordan at 1.
Shaq at 3 is insane.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Shaq top 3 in my life.
Yeah. So Shaq at 3. How can I where do I start with this? Okay, so I can start with this, right?
Outside of the physical dominance, what else is there?
Well, I have to I have to start with the physical dominance. I have to. What else can I start with for
There's
Shaq?
nothing else.
To me, when it comes to great players, physicality at the end of the day is probably one of the highest ranking things. That's why I have Giannis so high. That's why I have Russ so high.
Yeah.
These are super physical players. And what I do is I factor in matchups so much to the point where I'm asking, like, if these players were to match up in like this series, or if these players were to match up in a 1v1, who's winning? I factor that in. I have to. That's just my personal opinion, right?
Understandable.
I'm saying, so who's winning that? And to me, matchups and physicality wise, Shaq, no one is on par with him when it comes to physicality.
It's Shaquille O'Neal.
So he started his career in the Magic. He looked like Giannis for the first 5 years of his career. Okay. And then he goes and turns into the literal Superman himself.
Right.
He gets like 40 pounds of muscle out of nowhere. And now bro is just not just Giannis, but he's like something we've never seen. He's an alien.
He's a sumo wrestler.
He's a sumo wrestler. He's the original alien. Wemby kind of took that name. He's
Yeah.
the original. Like, we've never seen a player that can move like that, but be that big at the same time. So
Right.
that's why Shaq to me is super high. And he also has what 3-4 MVPs as well. He has
5
the champion. He has
championships.
5 championships. So he has
Either
those
4 or
things.
5.
4 or 5. It's one of
Yeah.
those. So he has those accolades combined with the
has-
physicality.
He has 4
So
because he won
that's
1 in Miami and
4.
3 with the Lakers.
Yes, that sounds right. So that for me is why if you combine both those things together,
Mhm.
he's so high for me, and that's why he's 3. It looks crazy. It looks crazy to me too because I've never seen this on a list. But when I was really thinking about it, I'm like, no one can even touch Shaquille O'Neal in his prime, and I value peaks.
Okay.
So there you go.
Understandably so. The rest I don't really have a problem with.
You don't have a problem with Larry Bird being over Magic? What do you think?
I agree with that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think Larry
Well, I have
Bird.
Magic over Larry.
I see that.
Well, we all could clearly tell. So you ready to get into my 5?
Yeah.
Here are my top 5 players. So in 5th, I have Magic Johnson. 4th, Larry Bird. 3, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 2nd, Michael Jordan. And 1st is Gio's favorite player of all time, LeBron James.
Yeah. I
No.
think mine is the same as him. Just Larry. I have Larry at 8, obviously.
Yeah, so we'll just reveal Antoine's 5. So just
Bill
read it.
Russell
Insane.
in the top 5 is blowing my mind.
That's even crazy for me.
Bill is 5, 4 is Magic, and then 3, 2, 1 are all the same as Tyler. Kareem, MJ, and then LeBron.
I mean, in all honesty, in my opinion, I really don't care who people put with Jordan and LeBron, just as long as they're not below 2.
Yeah.
Because I think if you put Jordan or LeBron below 2, you're just a hater.
Yeah. 100%.
So I really don't have an issue with you putting. I mean, Jordan's undefeated in the finals, but obviously, I think Jordan, like the way I view it, which is what I value longevity a lot, and the way like we've never seen anyone play at that level for that long when it comes to LeBron James. Like if you look, this is the first year where he actually doesn't look like his usual self, where he's starting to look washed and stuff, and that's year 23. Like we've seen like Dirk and D Wade's final few seasons were
Oh, it's
really
terrible.
bad.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them looked shaky. And LeBron, you just really haven't seen that. He's still a top 30 player right now in the league. So I think that's kind of why he's so high. I think Jordan had the best prime of all time.
Peak. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a long peak too.
It really was.
It's like
And
8 years of
he even
peak.
took a retirement in between. He
Yeah.
got bored and then came back.
Yeah. That's
Went
why.
to go play
Yeah.
baseball.
Yeah, that's why he's number 1 for me.
So
Okay, I get that. I mean,
Yeah.
but
What do you have to say, Anthony?
no, I mean, right now, I mean, for us, obviously, I think it's LeBron. I mean, again, it's very interchangeable. I think for MJ and LeBron, obviously, I think Kareem is consensus number 3. Gio, I don't know what you're doing there.
yeah.
I get that. I
Magic
understand.
4. I mean, of course, I'm relying on Bill because of his 11. He's the most championships of all time.
I mean, look, Magic won a finals MVP his rookie year. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I do value Magic over Bill, even though Bill has 11 rings. I think Magic was just, again, it's in his name, Magic. So
It
again,
really was.
and then who do I have at 6? Who
You
do I have?
had,
Can I-
here, I'll just go back. You
Can I
had,
really quickly tell you? I'm sorry.
you had
finish.
Shaq at 6.
Tim 7, 8, Larry. Okay, I mean,
Can I say something really quick?
go ahead.
Yeah.
I have Magic over Kareem for the only reason is when Magic came in, the Lakers weren't really doing anything with Kareem. But
Yeah.
when Magic came onto that team, the culture shifted completely. He came in, and then all of a sudden, the winning started to happen like crazy.
Yeah.
Him and Bird saved the NBA,
Literally, bro.
along with David
And so
Stern.
that's why
God
I
rest his
value
soul.
Magic more because he came in and he was like, "Yeah, we're turning
But
this around," and they got the job done.
The thing
Like,
that draws me back for putting Magic above Bird is the offense just was not there.
yeah,
He was just strictly a
terms of shooting.
playmaker and not
he
really.
could
a good
score.
He
if
could,
he
but
really put his mind to it.
but
But
I
that
think-
wasn't his focus.
I'm pretty sure he shot like 20-something% from 3.
Yeah, he wasn't a shooter.
which wasn't good enough. Larry Bird literally dropped a 47-point triple double with his left hand.
That's insane.
So
Yeah. I mean, we all know Larry Magic matchup. I mean, it would have been nice if I put Larry at 5, and I would be the only one that was
yeah,
different
Larry
with
at
Magic
8
at
is
4 and 5.
insane.
I mean, I was valuing Shaq. I mean, I value Bill too. I love Larry though. I mean, no hate to Larry.
I'm really surprised at you.
I know. I don't know why. I guess
You need to go watch
I
a Larry
don't-
Bird documentary.
No,
when
I
you get
mean,
home.
Go watch the- go watch
again,
the highlight reels.
I was doing this. I think at night, and like, I was like locked in. I'm like, who am I putting here? I mean, then I put Tim. I love Tim. Tim's I think a little higher for Larry for me. Shaq, I think. I don't know. I think again, it's very interchangeable. I love Larry though.
Okay.
No disrespect to Larry. He could be top 5 for sure. I could move Bill down, no problem.
You could.
And we can also have the Michael Jordan, LeBron James debate, but we don't have time for
we
that.
always have that.
We don't have
We
time
always
for that.
have
We
it.
always
We
have
do,
that.
but
we
not
do.
to the
This
extent.
will probably be the longest episode on our channel. It's
It
probably
looks
going to
like
go
it,
2
yeah.
hours and 40 minutes,
Yeah.
which I've been saying the 100th episode is going to be longer. I feel like it should too. because it's the
Yeah.
big one. But yeah, no, Gio's been talking crap about LeBron James for so long. I don't need
I
to
would
hear
love
it
to have this
again.
conversation
Oh, we could have it at some point.
at some point.
But
We can have like a live stream so we can have chat actually
Yeah, we can
help
do-
us out.
we could do a live stream debating the GOAT
Yeah.
debate.
do that.
So,
But
you know.
anyways, just for clarity and stuff, I'm going to show you guys all our rankings each. So on the screen, you guys can pause it if you want to right now. Here is Antoine's rankings, but you can see all for yourself.
Okay. Fair.
Here is Gio's
Oh,
rankings
it's beautiful.
that you can see all for yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then here is my rankings that you can see all for yourself. And yes, Bert is Karl Malone for those of you
Yep.
that will ask in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last thing we'll talk about is our combined rankings. So I do it every power rankings. And here's how it turned out. So I'll just read it just from bottom to top for the audio
Yeah,
listeners.
go ahead.
30th is Stockton, 29th Pippen, 28th Harden, 27 Zeke, 26 Barkley, 25 Kawhi, 24 Nasty Man, 23 Wade, 22 David Robinson, 21 Giannis, 20 Moses, 19 Dirk, 18 KG, 17 Dr. J, 16th Oscar, 15 KD, 14 Jokic, 13 Jerry West, 12th Kobe, 11 Steph, 10th is Bill Russell, 9th is Wilt Chamberlain. Yes, I know it's Otto Porter, but it's Wilt Chamberlain. 8th is Hakeem, 7th Duncan, 6th is Shaq, 5th is Bird, 4th Magic, and then the top three are the same as mine and Antoine's. Kareem third,
Okay.
Jordan second, LeBron in first.
All right.
Solid list.
Doesn't look too bad, man.
No,
there's
it does
something
not.
there's some things that are off, but it's solid enough.
Imagine going in today thinking you'd see Otto Porter Jr., 9th best all time. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
that
All right.
concludes the Floor Spacer Podcast's top 30 NBA players of all time. Let us know down in the comments, who is the top 5 players of all time in your opinion? Let us know down below. Boys, how do you think that went?
Really good.
I think it was good.
That was some of the most fun
Yeah.
debates we've ever had on the show. We're starting to have more of those. We'll incorporate those a lot more
Yeah.
because I feel like we're just like monotone talking a lot of the time. Just at least
Yeah.
bring some energy.
Yeah.
And I always try to do that with the show is find new topics to present. That's why the surprise segment exists. So do we have any sort of final thoughts, questions, comments, concerns before we get into the outro?
Yeah,
No,
we're ready,
Go
man.
rock and roll, G.
And with
Yeah,
that,
hour
ladies and
20.
gentlemen, that brings us to the end of episode number 100 of the Floor Spacer Podcast. Antoine, how are you feeling after 100 episodes?
I mean, listen, I still feel the same way as I did the first one. We're ready to get on to the next one next week.
Absolutely.
That's it. We don't feel we're never tired.
Gio, on the screen
I'm
right
tired right now, to be honest.
Oh, I am too, but
you
we're
have it
never
there. Yeah.
tired of talking about it. There's always stuff coming out every week for us.
Yes.
So, Gio, we have G of the week and word of the week. So, G of the week, what do we got?
G of the week is gonna be PJ Gustafsson, or PJ for short.
Gustafson.
Yeah, I can't pronounce that.
Comment is on the screen.
And he said, "Does Gio know who Dave Cowens?
Cowens.
Cowens.
you
I
go.
call him Cohen's.
Yeah.
Does Gio know who Dave Cowens is?" And yes, I do, my friend. But I missed, and I completely forgot about him when we were drafting. But I still like Al Horford, anyways. Call me crazy.
You are
Okay.
crazy. Because
You
I would
are
have taken
crazy.
Dave Cowens 10 times out of 10.
You are crazy.
This dude dropped a triple-double in the finals.
Did he?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
much
he
about
did.
him.
He's
so
that
I-
dude.
Tyler
I'm
always
ignorant.
says it.
I'm ignorant. Okay,
You
Have
are.
have some
In
Tyler
your
always
defense,
says
though,
that.
you did not prep your draft board, so you did it off the dome.
and I still did solid.
You still did solid, but the comments are backing me.
Nah, wait,
now,
what?
Now you should know the
Tyler
prep your
smoked
draft
y'all.
board.
I'm sorry. What else?
Tyler
What?
destroyed them.
No way.
I
Dude,
have
my
to-
team, dude,
Let me
dude,
see
my
the
team
final
was
team.
good.
I have to rewatch it.
My team, I had Kyrie Irving, Ray Allen, Jalen Brown, Kevin Garnett, Bill Russell.
Yeah.
Let me see my team.
You had Bob Cousy, Sam Jones,
Are you kidding me?
Larry Bird, Jason Tatum, and Al Horford.
Hello?
Yeah.
Why is no one supporting me in the
Because a lot of people think Bill Russell's top 7 all time. So
Yeah.
you know it is what it is. And what's the word?
Al
of the week?
Horford's cooking Bill Russell.
Okay, whatever floats your boat, bro.
Okay, what?
What's the word of the week?
Word of the week is going to be. Let's go. Top 5.
Top 5. Because when Jason Tatum gets a cut, he top 5.
He's top 5.
With another championship, Jason Tatum is making a push towards that top 30.
Yeah.
And if he was healthy and locked in his whole career and won a championship, could you imagine how high Joel Embiid would be?
Yeah.
Crazy.
He would be on this list for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, obviously we're going to be changing up some scheduling things over the next few weeks on this show. Next episode's going to come out probably on Monday, March 30th, because I'm going to be away all weekend. So just letting you guys know that right now. And then after that, we might start uploading on Monday if we usually film on Wednesday nights. We might start doing Saturday mornings. So if we do that, then expect the episodes potentially on Monday. If not, we'll see. and we'll keep tabs on NBA news as we kind of gear up for playoff action. So if you do enjoy today's video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, get us to 11K by May 1st. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars, leave a review, answer the polls, all that good stuff. Follow our socials at Floor Spacer Pod on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Personal ones are on the screen right here. My guy Giovanni came to 1 million Instagram followers. Join the Discord server, follow the Twitch, go check out the House of Highlights video. And yeah, let us know how our top 30 lists look. So boys, do we have anything else to say for the viewers before we get it out of here for the
Our
week?
time is up, man.
No, I mean, we just thank you for everything. You're the reason why we do this, and every day, every week, I wake up just tremendously grateful for all the work we put in, all 3 of us cohesively together.
Yeah.
And the pod is always on my mind. I'm checking YouTube Studio probably like every 10 minutes because
I don't do it as much.
I look at the comments, I look through the views, I'm on top of it. And we love all of you. We hope to meet some of you in person, hopefully soon. I don't know when that'll happen, but
some point in the future.
We can figure it out.
As I'm trying to remember who said it. I think it was when the Nets got eliminated to the Bucks. He texted, Blake Griffin texted KD and said, you know, just like, thank you for the whole season and everything. Hopefully we get that next one. And then KD said, in due time, brother. And that's how I I'll always remember that quote because that was like the most vulnerable my mental state was as a basketball fan at that time. So I just always apply it in due time. Hopefully we'll meet some of you at that point.
That's deep, bro.
So yeah. So we thank you all for 100 episodes. And let's go to sleep. We hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. We love you all endlessly. Giovanni Squatteri just wrote a 3-page love letter to Rudy Gobert. And we will see you all next week in episode 101. Peace.